Hello, hello. I'm here. And I'm back with some Deathmark, which I like, which I'm enjoying so much. I hope you guys are doing well. People who are in here already, or people who are coming in slowly, but welcome, welcome. Yokoso, welcome to the stream. I'm sorry if I'm barely trying to... I'm looking at my other monitor, but the problem with my other monitor is because of the sunlight outside. Because of the windows. I want to close the blinds, but I'm like, no, it's going to end up being dark soon, so I don't need to do that. I really don't need to do that right now. Anyways, hope all of you guys are doing well. Hope you guys got some good sleep. Had some food and everything as well. And are excited to get spooked and investigate this next spirit. Let me just switch to my chat screen just to kind of chat with you guys before going into the game. Yes, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm excited. Are you guys excited to figure out who the frick this Miss Zoo person is and what the frick they're going on about this Asura thing? And maybe, does it have anything freaking connected to what's going on with us in the Mark? Because that's what I'm interested into knowing. Also, I'm curious, what the heck not what the heck. I'm kind of also curious as to about why Mary and the Black Rabbit, because we are now having to do this investigation without any help from Mary, because, well, she's broken, she's not there anymore, and the Black Rabbit is, well, dead. I've always been sus about Mary, because from some of the information, I'm just saying this ahead of time, some of the information we found out from her is that, yeah, she may be a freaking talking doll, but there's a possibility she's either something that's related to what's going on to us, or, I don't know, anything else, because she's said that there's like things where they have the power to speak and things, and she has like powers to like somewhat fortune tell, but she doesn't at the same time that she can talk. She says she can't move, and we had to carry her in one of the chapters to show the shrine about that one shrine, because she said she was worried about and whatnot. So yeah, I'm also kind of curious as to a lot of things in the story. Like, apparently when we were with if I'm correct, is it Aoi or I think it's Kashiwagi. Yeah, I think that's her name. When she first came, we kind of investigated the manhole road area and went underground. Found that weird underground like passage. And apparently our character, or our protagonist, is Yashiki, kind of either knew something, but he just doesn't remember. Again, his amnesia is worse because of the Mark or something, because he doesn't really remember his real name or anything about himself. So I say he has some he probably there's probably stuff that he knows, but he just can't remember because of the amnesia. And stuff like that. So, there's all that. And I'm also trying to only save the spirits, not, destroy them, because I feel like saving them is the better option than I do of anything else. Anyways, let me switch to the live. I'm gonna probably have to reread some of the stuff as like a wait for remembering. I'm gonna have to reread some stuff and whatnot. I don't know. I'm gonna have to reread some of the stuff again, because we don't remember before I pick a partner and whatnot. I'm going to reread all the stuff that we don't just as a recap of who we're doing, which is Miss Zoo. We need a recap, just so all of you guys will remember. Yeah, because I apologize for the imagery on this, but I can't do anything about it, but it's just, that's what happened to Mary right here. Please note that. This is what happened to Mary. So so people who haven't seen what happened last stream, or if they do, but just need a recap. Tragedy at Kujo Mansion. Welcome. We came back to the mansion to a shocking scene of Mary's cruelly smashed to pieces and the Black Rabbit is dead, basically, in a pool of jam. Is what I'm gonna call it, is jam. We could only stand there in a horrified silence. What was the rabbit doing here? Why did both of them die? They were our guides, our spiritual advisors. How in the world am I supposed to face Spirit now? Yes, we're now alone to do this with the other 2 mark bearers. The mansion's master key. While cleaning, Yasuoka finds the master key to the mansion. I guess the black rabbit had it for whatever reason. Regardless, it let us enter the locked room inside. We discovered that either Masamune or Murasama or again, it's Masamune or Murasame, either one, because they both start with an M. It's kind of confusing for me. Former heads of the Kujo family likely made merry, but unfortunately we found nothing on spirits or the mark like we hoped. I do remember, though, we did see that there was like a desk with like some sort of tools that looked like they were making dolls, and then we saw a photo that looked like Mary with a black mark on her arm or something, but the Mary we know or we've seen shows that there was no mark on her, so I'm very sus on that too. Anyways, the red notebook. We found a foul-smelling notebook in the underground shelter. Yes, that was what I'm referring to, the shelter. I and Yasuoka said the smell something similar when they were filming on the Manhole Road. Yes, those 2 were in that area when they got their mark because of a filming situation. The notebook appears to be some teacher's diary, and the legible parts are sorry if I'm messing up my words. Indescribably bizarre. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Tomorrow I will die by the great Asura's abundant mercy. I'll be reborn as Miss Zoo, which is also weird that I've noticed when we were reading the notebook last time. The red notebook, Miss Zoo, that was the nickname of the teacher who kept a lot of lab animals. The abandoned school that became her lab could be H Elementary. Yes. It's the only abandoned elementary school in the game, because we were in there before for, I'm correct about this. We were in there because of, Hanahiko, the first chapter, so I guess we have it's connected to some way, but completely different spirits or something, I don't know. The spirit who gave Aya and Yasuoka their marks on Manhole Road, and the woman in white who was seen carrying a Buddha statue. I think, yeah, remember, we were trying to also look about the Buddha statues as well. That was kind of an issue that we were kind of exploring. If they were both Mizu, we need to find out who she is, and we have to search H Elementary. We have a hammer, hatchet. What the frick? Oh yeah, these were the things we found on these were the items we found in the gosh darn, crap. We still have her as our partner, but I think I'm gonna switch to Yasuoka. For help, because I don't think... because she might have some insight about what's gonna probably go on. But being that she has some stuff. So, but I'm also curious about the rabbit as well, because the rabbit in the beginning of, I think, some of these chapters basically was helping us, other than Mary, but, well, they were sort of like the guys, for some reason, that helped us, but with everything being going on, I don't know if that's possible. As to what the reason the rabbit was doing that. I'm going with, Yasuoka this time. Oh, Lord. Not the... Okay, let me also check my bag, and let me check her. I think I remember we read these. Yeah, I read her. She's bad at music, so I'm probably gonna have to switch her out later. But let me look at her stuff real quick. Power 6, Intelligence 12, Spirit Power 12, Dexterity 9. How much did we have? We're under her a bit with stuff, but our power is much powerful than hers by 4? Because we have Power 10, Intelligence 10, Spirit Power 9, and then Dexterity 11. She has less Dexterity, but more Intelligence and Spiritual Power. So I think that might work in our favor. Guess let me talk, but I doubt that's gonna be a possibility. Mary isn't here anymore. Yep. I just got curious as to if that will be a possibility we can do that. Or not, but guess not. I guess with everything, let's go. Going H Elementary. My lord. We're driving back to the creepy, deserted elementary. I'm telling you, it's just as I said before. People who can hear voices are. I've been lectured from the moment we got in. I mean, it's been a lecture, okay. Most inherit that power from their ancestors. So I'm sure your family has similar powers. I'm trying to give her, like, she has an old... She may be, like... She still looks very young in the looks, but I'm kind of giving her an interesting voice. As much as possible. I'm trying my best. So give characters voices. It doesn't sound like it'll ever end. I zone out, staring at the road ahead of me. By the way, changing the subject. You've been to H Elementary once before, haven't you? Huh? Oh, yeah. Hanahiko. Yeah, that was the... The sudden topic shifts shakes me out of my drowsiness. Why are we drowsy? Could you tell me about your experience? It would be a good point of reference. Oh yeah, because she's a fortune teller and knows a little bit, but... it will be very much helping her, I guess, too, in this investigation, I believe. Sure, I don't mind. I tell her everything that happened with Hanahiko. It's only happened a few days ago, but it feels like a lifetime. I see. She nods repeatedly. There has already been one spirit, and you defeated it. Yeah, basically. Then if Miss Zhu is in H Elementary, that means two spirits lived separately in the same elementary school. Oh, that's interesting. Lived separately. Two spirits existing in the same place. Is that even possible? Oh! If I remember back in Hanahiko, when we tried to go to the upstairs of the school, there were snakes. The snakes kept preventing us from going to the upstairs. Oh! Was that Miss Zhu stuff then? Some of it? If that's the case, then that makes a little bit more sense. So... Interesting. Of course, it's rare for powerful ghosts to live together in the exact same place. That's why I said separately. In Hanahiko's case, was there any area that you weren't able to enter? The upstairs. The upstairs. Now that you mention it. Where the snakes were! We didn't go to the second floor at all. That decides it then. If Miss Zhu is in the school, she must be there. Yasuoka analyzed the situation calmly, as if working within an excuse? I don't know what that means, but it just is what it is. Even though her own life is on the line, it doesn't seem to rattle her at all. Yasuoka takes one look at me and smiles, like she's reading my mind. Well, of course I'm scared. No matter my age, I'm still human. Okay, I was like, interesting. I'm just ready to resign myself if it turns out to be impossible. Oh, okay. That's very interesting. She's very... out of all the characters out of the game, she's the more composed and understanding of, like, if there's a possibility she's not going to survive, she knows it and she's not going to resist kind of vibes. Which kind of is much more... I mean, yes, I believe... Darn it, my brain is trying to think of the other guy. He's composed, but in a very different way. Mashita. I was thinking Mashita. For some reason. But she's even more composed than Mashita was. Yes, he might have been... He kind of risks things a little bit more than anybody, but compared to Yasuoka, she's more of like that. Even more composed and knowing things more about spirits than the others to understand all that. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Yasuoka before continuing on? Because I feel like that's how she she's a little bit more composed in this whole situation, despite, yeah, she's a human and she is kind of terrified, but she's a little bit more composed about the whole thing, knowing that. So I don't, again, it's very interesting how she kind of sees the situation completely different compared to all the other characters who are more terrified of losing their lives than what she is kind of insinuating to herself. So weird. But very, very interesting. Like, what do you guys think about that? Regarding Yasuoka. Yeah, she seems the wisest, which is why I'm kind of glad I picked her first for the beginning of this investigation. She's the wisest out of all of the characters. I mean, Mary was wise, but I doubt a lot of her stuff. Because, again, we didn't really know her, she was just this talking doll. So, yeah. She seems much more wiser and much more intelligent on the spiritual stuff than just the human things of that. I mean, Mashita seemed very wise as well in a way, being he was an ex-detective and all that stuff and things. So did Christy. However, it only proclaimed to certain aspects of stuff. So she seems very wise. She's the wisest. So yeah. I'm Yasuoka. And then we have, like, some of the other characters, like Eita, the two kids, Moe, and then I guess I right now, not Aoi, I, who are kind of like, they're still they're kind of the younger generation, the younger age and all that stuff, but also they're the ones that are still, with the exception of Moe, who kind of also has information on, like, ghosts and stuff, but they're the ones that aren't as, like, the wisest on things, and they're the ones, like, kind of cautiously concerned more about the stuff. So I kind of just, the way I'm just putting it in perspectives as well. I mean, again, the other characters are good as well. However, the way they kind of, those different, like, strengths each of them has and stuff is very interesting. I actually forgot about Sho for a second. He's also there, but he's apparently some sort of school delinquent thingy, whatever. Continuing on. Some things go better once you give up. Interesting. Is that your advice as a fortune teller? No, as someone who's lived as long as I have. Giving up makes life easier. That's how everyone gets to heaven in the end. Interesting. Interesting. That she says that. Interesting how she says it like that. Yasuoka and I arrive at H Elementary. So this is H Elementary, huh? Really looks haunted like they say. So the second floor is priority? Yeah, that's right. Then let's go. We don't have time to waste. I agree with that. Before I do that, Lord of Mercy, I'd like to save. Saving is always a good thing to do. Because I do not like how creepy. There's still flowers, but flowers are flyers. I don't think there's anything new, but it's just terrifyingly weird. I guess let's go to the right side, because I feel like there might be stuff that we could anything else? Nope. Climb the stairs, let's just go. I return to the landing with the cracked mirror. I have to look at I want to go to here because why not? I stare into the mirror, recall how I felt back then. I quickly look away. I shine my light up at the ceiling instead, because this is where I think we found Moe last time. But there's nothing there anymore. There are no traces of the rose vine or the guard. Yeah, the dead guard. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. I just wanted to check something. Spirits can do a lot of weird things, but can they really make those things disappear? That would be ridiculous. I guess. Go up these stairs. Climb the stairs. Okay. Poisonous snakes cover the halls. Yeah, this is the area we never got a chance to explore because the snakes were in the way. And I guess this must have been indicating, oh, Miss Zoo and all that. So I guess that makes a lot of sense. It'd be foolish to try to keep going. Are you kidding me? There are poisonous snakes up here. It'll be fine if we leave quietly. They won't attack us. I cautiously take a step backwards. Suddenly the snakes react to my bag. Oh! What? Why are they doing that? Is anything in my bag worth it? Hello? What the? The snakes flick their tongue into the air, trying to smell something. After a moment, they begin to leave. Odd. Why are they now leaving? They disappear into the darkness of the hall before I can even blink. They vanish without a sound all at once, as if they'd never been there to begin with. They left? What was that? Some sort of trap? I don't know. It looked like the snakes were sniffing my bag. The rag nope. Oh, is it because of the perfumey like smell or something? Do they recognize Miss Zoo or something is on that? Or it was something like that, because that is very, very odd. If that is the case. Maybe the smell made them think we were friends? Maybe? Let's try to go down the hallway. I haven't gone this way yet. Oh, is that so? How very exciting. Are you being sarcastic? Never. Going on an adventure at my age will be quite the story to tell in the future. Now Soko chuckles quietly. First, save, because that was terrifying. I guess. Door in the music room is locked. Okay. Let's see. The skip floor isn't covered in roses like the first. There's no movement, and I don't see any plants. I guess the phenomenon didn't happen on this floor. I guess that makes a lot of sense. Being that, this was... Oh. Why is there a piano? A piano played somewhere. That was a piano, correct? I steal my breath and strain to hear any noises. But it doesn't seem like anyone's here. What's this? She picks up something off the ground. It's a piece of sheet music. Got sheet music. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. What the frick? It looks like piano sheet music. A children's song. Can you play? Yes, of course. Well, I wish that was true. I'm utterly hopeless when it comes to music. I'm tone deaf. I have no sense when it comes to rhythm. I sometimes feel like I'm tone deaf when I try to, like, sing on my own. Like, I have the times where it's like I'm good and then the times that I'm bad, so... I'm betting this is where I's gonna come in to help with that, so... Again, I picked her because... I picked Yasoko to kind of give us a little bit of a head start, and kind of then we'll have to switch it out with, Aoi later, before anything, so... It makes more sense, because of why certain characters are there for a reason and why the partner matters as well, so. Since if I remember when I read into her dialogue, or not her dialogue, into her little thing about the partners, yeah, it said she's not good with music, so that's why I'm believing I'm gonna have to switch her out later for, I later on, because she is an idol, she knows how to do music better than her, I guess, so, yeah. Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you in this area. Understandable. New info was added to spare file. Piano sheet music. Very weird. I'll save and then kind of look at that. I hate how creepy the sounds are. Piano sheet music. Piano music plays from somewhere. Is there a music room? Is Mizu playing it, or is it just another curse-related thing? I found sheet music nearby shortly after. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Probably common for elementary school music classes. I can't play, but there's a Mark Bear who's good at that kind of stuff, though I can't imagine us needing to play the piano. Yep. Looks like things like bulletin boards used to be on the wall, but they were all taken down. Weird. Huh. Whoa! What the heck happened to this classroom? Lord of mercy. Ooh, creepy. Blackboard is covered in dents and scratches. It's probably too damaged to use. Lord of mercy. What happened here? Look out the schoolyard through the window, but I don't see anything moving around. Whew. Where am I facing? The bare floor causes our step to echo as we walk. We need to make sure the spirit doesn't hear us. Huh. Interesting. Oops. I'm always just cautiously and just careful of everything because I'm terrified of all. Oh, Lord. Because I never know when something's gonna pop out, and I'm just terrified. It's another desk. Hiding. I guess, is there anything with the desk? Abandoned desk. Let me see if I feel anything inside, because there might be stuff. I try feeling around inside the desk, and I find something soft. It's a wad of pieces of paper. I open up and see several sentences. It seems to be something someone failed to destroy. Fragment S. Weird. One of the fixtures holding the light is broken. Probably shouldn't risk walking under it. Again, I'm just... Again, 4th grade classroom. Again, I get terrified of every single thing. I just noticed that. So there's something there. A cold wind is blows in from the window. Something in between the window and its frame. Guess we'll take it. I slide the broken window open and in the trap, paper falls out. Found a worn out talisman. Yay! When I pick up, yep, the same thing. Got soul power. Let's go. A jumble of wires is wrapped around the door handle. The door appears to be locked with wires stuck in the hole. That's weird. Why is that there for? Hmm. Weird. Weird how that's the case. Hmm. Lights. Probably another door, but I hate how creepy this is. I'm always saving because I don't know. Anything is gonna happen. Oh Lord. Whoa. What? What in the heck? Hold on. I need to save. I have no idea what I'm gonna oh. Something is scrawled on the blackboard. It's in red. Is that jam? Jam? Zen. It looks like letters spelled Eisen. Bleach? There are more after that, but they aren't legible. Zen. Asura, I believe. Hmm? Really? That's what it says. It's difficult to explain, but I can see the direction the strokes are going. Following them, that's what it says. Altogether, it's Eisen Asura. Oh! Okay, interesting. Eisen Asura, huh? It's not familiar. Is it the name of a god or Buddha? But why is that written on the blackboard? Huh. Interesting. Plant. Next to the plant is a plaque with a child's name inscribed on it. I can see something stuck underneath the pot. Lift it up and uncover a dirty piece of paper. Found worn out talisman. When I pick it up, worn out talisman. More spirit power, let's go. So power. Yep. Flecks of red all over the floor, they smell like iron. Lord of mercy. Why I save? I can't hear any man-made sounds coming through the window. Is there rustling in the window? Interesting. Ooh, Lord, I'm terrified of everything. I'm terrified of everything. Huh? Oh, look. Long desk and what looks like a sink loom in the darkness of the classroom. This appears to be a science lab. This takes me back. Still, though. Yasuko grimaces. It smells in here. It's an irritating stench that stings the eyes. The putrid smell fills the whole room like a box of onions has gone rotten. I like onions. But if it's the rotten ones, that's not good. A look comes over Yasuko's face, like she's remembering something. Almost like the smell of death. Oh. What? Thoughts? Even so, it's not like we can just leave. Let's get this done quickly so we can move on. The desk is scorched. Seems there's more fire damage in here than the staff room. This is probably where the fire started. There's a talisman in the dusty sink. Worn out talisman. Interesting, though. That's soul power. Before I go in there, I want to save again. Because I don't know what I'll find. Opened the door and left the science lab. Oh lord, that's a creepy mannequin. I know it's a... There's so much stuff here. Oh lord. Oh lord of mercy. Oh gosh, this is intimidatingly scary. Lord of mercy. Sturdy wooden cabinet. Let me see. A cabinet door opens easily. Inside is completely full to bursting with something. Pulling out, discover that it's a garbage bag full of shredded paper. Office trash. You're going to take that with you? What an odd man you are. When I lift up the bag, an unshredded wad of paper falls to the floor at my feet. What in the world is with all these papers? I open it up and see several complete sentences. Guess they failed to destroy this section. Fragment I. Covered and check inside, but all I find is trash and dust. I'm gonna save again before I touch that. There's a shelf packed with numerous chemicals. Getting close, I see some large containers. I think this is not a good image, so I'm gonna have to probably cover up if I'm thinking if anything is good in there, so I apologize for not showing. Oh yeah, I'm glad I didn't show it. Oh lord, it's bad. Dots. Oh lord. I hear Yasoka's big gasp behind me. Hands, ears, eyeballs. Oh, that's even creepier and gross. Oh, why? Body pieces that used to belong to a human are floating in liquid perfectly preserved. That's even grosser. What the frick is wrong with... What is wrong with this school? Why do they have this? It can't be. There's no way they use these as educational aids. They're extremely gross for being samples. That is concerning. Why? That's gross. Gross. This is so disturbing. What the freak? I'm glad you guys don't have to see this. Probably because they were taken from a living person or something or whatever. But it doesn't seem like it's been that long since any of them were doing that. Lord of mercy. Gah. Hands, ears, eyeballs, body pieces that are to human floating in liquid perfectly preserved. Taking a closer look, I noticed a large tag on the side of the container. Great Asura. Letters are messy but legible. What is with this thing about Asura? Great Asura. That must be below where we currently are, so that would be the first floor. Recalling the school's layout, I think there was a similar storage area on the first floor. I'm not sure what it means, but it might be important. Decided to take the tag just in case. Got tag. Interesting. Anything? Oh, Lord. Hello, people are coming in. I'm sorry you can't see the images, but it's very bad, so I'm glad I didn't show you guys what's going on. but it's just disturbingly weird and creepy. I know I'm not alive anymore, but it takes measures of courage to search those parts. I stick my hand inside, half closing my eyes and feeling around the shelf. So, is there something there? Well, yeah. I stopped myself from voicing my frustrations. I can't make Yasuoka do something like this. I searched the chemical formalin containers and identified samples in every nook and cranny. Sorry, it wasn't a really good sight, so I had to cover it. Sorry if I couldn't show you what it was, but it was very bad. I find a few things I can use. Clear bottle with liquid inside. It has a label with chemical formula on it. A brown bottle that has an irritating smell and label is rotten and unreadable. And finally a bottle wrapped in foil. It smells faintly of flowers, but it's just likely some kind of chemical as well. Got clear bottle, brown bottle, bottle wrapped in foil. Is everything? I'm still surprised why they were preserved, which is the creepiest thing ever to see in a preserved things at a school. But then again, who knows? And the way it is for Asura, what the Once I'm done looking around, I stand up. A vinyl bundle in the corner catches my eye. Pick it up and realize that it's a tightly wrapped bundle of clothes. A white coat stands out the most. Must be a lab coat. Why is there a lab coat? Got a bundle of clothes. This is a science lab, so they likely have spare lab coats. Though it is a bit concerning. That rumor about a ghost in white. I and Yasuoka got their marks while filming a TV show about it at Miyachi, or Miyachi, or Miyaichi, I forgot how to pronounce it. I am failing. And all the other clothing along with the coat have been folded meticulously. Is it really just a coincidence? Ugh. Lord of mercy, that's terrifying. There are materials used in science classes. I grabbed one and flipped through the pages. There were a ton of notes inside, scribbled in thin letter. It seemed there were simple explanations for students. I take out the last book, and when I look inside, a scrap of paper falls from between the pages. Why not talisman again? Whew. We're getting a lot of power this time. 3. Oh lord, I got a lot. I'm gonna have to cover up the image again because it's probably gonna appear in the notes, but I'm going to have to quickly do that, so I deeply apologize, but I just don't know if that image is gonna show what we just found in the lab already. Yep, science lab storage room. There were strange things in the storage room of that gross science lab. Hands, ears, eyeballs, parts encased in liquid, all relatively fresh. That's even disturbing. And gross. Oh my lord. All belong to a woman. Oh. Why is it always a woman? Anyways, I don't other than that, all belong to a woman. We searched the shelves for any useful and found 3 bottles. One with a coded label that reads CH3CH2O. And a fragrant one that says ID5. Again, I'm gonna save once more before I do anything about the mannequin, which is the last thing I kind of went in the wrong order there for a second, but oh well. The model is freaking me out, though. It's so terrifying. Oh, let me actually switch back. The model right... Okay, there's literally an anatomical model here, and it's creeping me out. It's so terrifying. An elaborate anatomical model. Oh gosh. Taking a closer look, I notice a huge tear in its mouth. It's making the mouth look bigger than it should. It's almost like an arm was supposed to shut down it and could handle the strain. Ugh. Mouth might be broken because someone stuck their hand down it. Oh gosh. That means something is inside either mouth or the torso. Oh no. No, 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 no. I hate this. Dots. I could break it, but I might break whatever's inside too. Nothing for it but sticking my hand in. Accidentally slid my hand into the mouth. Something cylindrical is inside. Grab it and try to pull it out. Yeah. The snakes! It's a snake head. Blech. Roused by the movement, snakes began pouring out from every crevices. Oh, step back. I stumbled backwards. Why is it snakes of all things? I don't like snakes. The music, though. Snakes slowly retreat back into the model. Seems they live inside it. I bet something's hiding in there. Oh, the music changed. Oh, they're hidden in there. But to get it, I'll have to find a way to pacify the snakes. I guess while I'm at it, let me look at my items. Key item. What is this? A portion of a memo wave can... Is that supposed to be can control the... Something shock this creature? Is that great? This is to keep it locked? What is... Why is it... That's weird how that is... This fragment is kind of... About keeping things locked. What is this one? Portion of memo, centered sound, some waves or my something. Put sleep, also regress site will agitate it towards aware of testing? Hmm? Weird. Weird. Let me see. There's a possibility something with these bottles might need to be used probably. Vial with white label that reads C3H2O. Flammable, do not hold by open flame. Brown bottle, opaque bottle. It smells a bit like chlorine. The chlorine level, handle with care. Bottle completely covered in aluminum foil. Okay. I'm gonna save real quick before I do that. Will the red notebook work? Maybe. The snakes by the stairs might have moved because of the red notebook. In that case, the snakes here might also... I hold the red notebook up to the model. Snakes shift around slightly. But that's all that happens. I don't think that it will work. It doesn't look like the red notebook is effective. Oh lord, I'm terrified of what's gonna happen. I guess... I just feel like there's nothing... I don't know if there's anything else I can do, but go back. I guess. let's leave the storage. Look. What the f... Whew. A school broadcast? Oh. Brains? Ugh. Strange voice echoes over the intercom. Do the test immediately? Ugh. Ugh. Hearing it. Table on the table. What? Static crackles before being cut off. It seems we are being watched. I believe she said table. Something might be on the desk. Let's take a look. New info was added to the secure file. School announcement. Oh, Lord. I don't know what that sound was, but it's so creepy. Oh, I hate that feeling so much. Just the way she was, the voice and that weird sound was... Before I did that, I'm saving and I want to see what my bag has. See what Mizu has to say. School announcement. A repulsive voice echoes over the loudspeaker. Mizu, it says test time. We have to take tests? There are several classrooms on the second floor, including the science lab we're in. Who knows what Mizu wants? But maybe the tests will give us a hint as to how to fight her. We may as well take them while we prepare for the upcoming encounter. Oh gosh. One more time, I'm saving before I... On the desk scattered with lab equipment is a small pencil and a problem sheet. Are we supposed to fill this out? There's a... Oh lord. Keep out the questions, start the test, stop. Lord, I'm gonna peep out the questions before anything. I take a sidelong glance at the problem sheet. I see what looks like chemistry symbols. Looks like this is a science test. Oh, I'm not good at math. If it has something to do with some science stuff sometimes. Because sometimes science has math stuff or whatever. Something's written on the top in messy letters. Remember the experiments? That's right, I found several bottles of chemicals in the storage room. Those chemicals used in some sort of experiment? Oh lord. I am terrified of what I'm supposed to do. But I'm betting I have to do... okay. I have not done anything in, like, science stuff in a while, so I'm gonna just... I'm just gonna try to not do... I'm gonna fail this if I don't remember. Lord, I'm not gonna do good if I don't remember this. I have no choice but to do it. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Guess I have to do it. Begin the test. Oh. Live or die. Lord of mercy. Compound 1A is widely used to fuel as or a disinfectant. Oh, Lord. Its chemical formula is CA. Oh, that's the 2? What number should this be? Is that tube from what it showed in the thingy? Oh, no. Is that 2? 2? Oh! I don't like this. I am not good with math. I struggle with math and numbering and remembering sometimes. 2. Compound N is an extremely acidic and contains salt that reacts to various metals. Oh, Lord of mercy. Huh. I'm trying to think what would the question's gonna ask me and stuff, because which statement about compound N is true? I'm wary. I feel like this one maybe? I think, because I don't know about the other two and I'm not trusting. 3. It stinks when it's thick and fragrant when it's thin. What compound is it? Oh Lord, I'm terrified of... Idoline? I don't know much about ammonia or the other one, so I'm going to go idoline or something like that. Because it just feels odd. Thoughts. Survive. Oh, frick. Do we have to do that for a lot of other ones too? It seems we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet. The next test is in the room next door. Proceed there quickly, students. Well then. It sounds like there are other tests. Seems so. Perhaps she wants to test us. Maybe. I mean, that's what tests are for. But why? I'm concerned. But I don't feel like guessing. A more immediate topic should be discussed now that my senses are messed up. Also, this thing really reeks. I didn't notice when I was focused on the test, but the answer sheet stinks terribly. It's 100 times worse than the notebook, like a zoo in the dead of summer? I shove it tightly into a random pouch in my bag so the smell doesn't spread. Got an answer sheet. Yasuoka narrows her eyes at me. Are you sure you'll shut that securely? What does she refer? What does she mean? It still stinks to high heaven. What? Huh? Hashoka is right. The smell has definitely gotten stronger instead of weaker. Sorry, I'll check. I look down, double check my bag. I don't know if this image is good, so I'm gonna cover. Sorry. Whoa, Lord. Oh gosh, what is this? Box? I spot something that looks like a box down on the floor behind the desk. Oh? Yeah, I don't think this would have been a good image at all to show. My instincts realize what it is before my brain does. Hands and feet stick out of the blood-soaked cover. Jam-soaked. It's jam. Inside that box is... I've got to check to make sure, but I can't make myself move. Yasuka seems to notice something's wrong. I'll help you. Just stay back. I'll check it. Oh Lord. After gathering my courage, I reach out. Pull off the thick sheet. Oh! Yeah, it is bad. Oh Lord of mercy. The hat's familiar, so are the clothes. There's no mistaking. Oh, is it that guard from the first chapter? Oh Lord. It's the death of the guard who was hanging from the ceiling with Moe Watanabe from the first chapter. It's not good. Yeah, a lot of the images I'm not going to have to show you at all. I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh. Lord, that's terrifying. I collapse on my knees. A horrible feeling comes barreling up through my chest. Calm down. It's okay. Come on. Take a deep breath. There's a corpse. That's where the smell was coming from. So that's what it was. Let's quickly leave here. Staying will only make things worse. I drag myself up woodenly, like a puppet on strings. Classroom next door. What? The next test is in the classroom next door. Let's go there. Yes, let's. There she is. All these tests make me feel like I'm back in girls' school. Yasuoka's probably shaken, but she's putting on a brave front anyway. Even an act like that is helpful at a time like this. After all, there's no time to waste. Ever carried this dead person or the guard? He or could be lurking around the corner. That is an immediate save. Oh. I just need to... Okay. That was... very, very interesting. Very interesting to witness. Sorry if this is just in the way. But... the way that everything kind of... the test, the weird intercom voice, the weird test, it's kind of like very, very creepy. And like, what does Mizu want to test us for? Like, what is with her wanting to test us for? Like, what's the point of testing us? And stuff like that. Oh lord, do we have to retrace our steps? I guess we gotta turn around and head back. Let's see. I'm saving. Let me see what this says. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Okay, there it is. Keep at the question. I take a glance at the problem sheet. There's a number of long sentences. Looks like this is a science test. Something's written at the top in messy letters. Read the blackboard? Blackboard. I'm supposed to read it? I'm not sure the scribble is really important, but... oh lord, I'm terrified. So, we know what... the blackboard I know says Asura on it. But... I mean... I'm confused why it's a science test with the blackboard. This is just so odd how this is kind of going. With all this. So I guess. I'm betting all the tests are going to be the same live or die situation, which is concerning. So, again, I'm just confused what's the point of these tests. So, guess I have no choice but to do this, so we'll see how it is. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. There it is. Begin the test. Ugh, my ears. Yep. Live or die. Question 1. Believe in the Buddha is important. The Buddha is most extremely vital? You must believe in the incredible, strong, great I. The incredible, strong, great I is like the angel. You must erase the stench of corrupted humanity and become one with nature. This is called some Eisen? Unity? Because it keeps saying I, so I guess I? This? What the frick? Question 2. Oh, this is just making it. Humanity is the embodiment of pain. They eliminate other animals. I'm just saying eliminate. My fellow snakes also spend every day in absolute misery? My dear snakes hate this world like they hate the sun and heat. Huh? What? This disaster is called the something of critical age of decline? What in the world is this? I'm just... but the... Oh, red! Wait, is it crimson because the board's red? Oh. Lord of Mercy. Question. Weird. So it's crimson because the board is red. Okay. That's why. Question 3. I carried the great eye, the talisman, every day and seek rebirth. The talisman is important. It is a greater treasure than the brain or heart or its life itself. This show not in words but deeds. If I walk with the talisman, I will become... Is that Asura? Is that Asura? Trained Asura. Because he keeps mentioning Asura so much. Survived. Hinge. It seems we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet. Next test, 2 rooms over. Don't enter the classroom next door, off limits. Well, that's signet or something. Got answer sheet. Don't go into the classroom next door. Why? Perhaps she's hiding something. But being obvious has the opposite effect. Pretty much. She's probably didn't think it through before. That scared me. Sounds like something is hitting the wall. That noise. It appears to be from the room next door. Sounds like something's in there. Let's check out the room next door. We can do the next test later. New info is added to Spirit Box. Forbidden classroom. Weird. Before I do that, also let me read what we just got. Let me see, Mizzou. Let's see. After the language test, we hear a sound in the next door. The room next door. That's probably where we were warned not to enter. Does that mean she doesn't want us to see something? Regardless, if her goal is to make us finish tests, she'll likely won't attack us until we're done. In which case, we should check out that classroom first. We'll do the test later. Again, I'm so confused why we're having to do these tests. Before I go again, I'm gonna save again, because I don't trust... I'm so scared of what I'm going to find in... Oh, it's the barbed wire one. That's what she meant. I think she meant the one with the barbed wire. Jumble of wires wrapped around the door handle. Do I have to use the brown bottle, maybe? Take the brown bottle out of my bag and stare at the label. It has a usage warning on it, and it smells like chlorine. Could be some sort of strong acid that can melt metal. Oh! Because the wires are probably metal. Should we try it? I take off the lid and slowly pour the liquid on the wire. If I accidentally get some on the keyhole, could be a problem. Don't rush, just a little at a time. There's a faint bubbling noise and smell that indescribable. Seems it's working like we hoped. Oh, good job. That must be some kind of nitric acid. Fortune tellers sure do know a lot. Then I think that should do it. I pull on the wire again. This time it comes out of the keyhole easily. Oh. Well done, now we can check this room. Yeah, let's go. I'm worried about what's gonna be in that room. Lord of mercy. Discarded the empty brown bottle. I'm gonna save again before going in, and I don't know if the image... Once I enter there, I'm sure this image is probably also as worse as what the other ones are. Gotta enter there. Let's go. Oh lord, it is bad. Oh lord. Why is there so much taxidermy, animal dead stuff, whatever they're called? This is so awful. Oh. Oh lord, it's so awful. I'm glad. Most of this chapter I have to cover up a lot because of some stuff. Lord of mercy. Oh gosh. My lord. Jeez. Dots. The instant I open the classroom door, something glints in the darkness. Then a horrible stench makes me choke. This is... blood? Ugh. Ugh. Beneath my feet, it feels like I'm stepping in something soft like mud. I shine my light into the room. Oh, what the heck is this room? This room is a mess. It's covered in a lot of bad stuff. It's as if I stepped into a slaughterhouse. Oh lord, the scene before me is horrific. Yep, I don't think it's a good... I'm glad I covered it up. Don't think it's so good. I'm not saying what some of these are. Something scattered across the floor, chunks of meat, an overwhelming amount of blood. and blank, glassy-eyed animal taxidermy heads line up across the desk. Oh, terrible. Asuka struggles to retain her composure by covering her mouth with a handkerchief. Are they used for sacrifices? The word sacrificial rite comes to mind. Oh. But why the heck? Let's check it out. I need to look around. I'm trying to convince myself by saying it twice. Suddenly... What the heck? What was that sound I heard? There's a sound from the window's ledge. Is someone there? I make my way past the animal things to peer cautiously at the line of desks near the window. Oh, I'm so glad this is still covered. This whole thing is bad as much. That's a woman. Why is she a naked person? Why is it naked? What? Is it a Is it a mannequin? No. Person is laying in a pool of red. How the snakes slither all over her. Oh, Lord. The woman almost looks like an animal waiting for just something. Actually, whoever did this to her might have been planning to do just that. Lord of mercy. Hey, come help me. Someone's trapped. We grab onto her legs and hurry to drag her out of the swarm of snakes. I'm worried about her snake bites, but I don't see any other large wounds. You're fine, now relax. Yasuka speaks to her, but the woman doesn't reply. Her eyes are half open, staring vaguely. Can't let her die. Let's take her back to the mansion. She should be able to walk if we help her. I agree, but she's complete. Oh, she has no clothes. What the frick? Yeah, I need her to give her the clothes that we got. Is this really the time to be worrying about that? But speaking of clothes... I just remembered. Here, she can wear this. I unwrap the bundle of clothes and pull out a lab coat for her to wear. Yeah. Alright, I suppose it's better than nothing. Oh! Is that person upset about us? That place is off limits. Oh Lord, we went into the off limits. Oh gosh, the sound. No flashlight, no! Noise from the broadcast reverberates in the room. Now we have lost our flashlight. Also, when I first went into the room, the eyes of the animal thingies also glowed red. It's because we went in, we were not supposed to. My flashlight blinks out. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Our color grows more vivid. Early dawn a few hours until death closes in. No! Dang it, she noticed. What should we do? We need to get out of here. I know H Elementary layout pretty well. I should be able to find my way out. Without a light. Oh, what the... We gotta hurry. Why was it an elephant? Let's help her up. What was an elephant for? There we go. That's better. Much better scene than... Yeah, I had to do that. It took a while. Sorry. Trying to get that back. Sorry, the image that I just saw was the worst, so I couldn't even show any of that. So glad I covered it up. Sorry. Ew. Asuka takes a deep breath from the back seat. It sounds like a world-weary old person groan. I can sound old if I want to. I am, after all, elderly. Okay. Hold on, something keeps... Hold on. I was just doing something real quick. But that was the best scene I ever saw for everything. But it was weird. And it was not a good image. And I'm glad I kind of covered that up. It's not good to show, I think. Is this what they call a woman's intuition? Or did you just read my mind? Or anything like that, I guess. Does that woman look like she'd be okay? We covered her securely with a lab coat, but I still hesitant to look in the rearview mirror. I'm trying to think who's speaking. Is this Yasuoka or somebody else? Watch where you're looking. I understand why your interest, but I'm not trying to look. I promise. I'm clearly doing my best not to. Come on. She's quiet. Her breathing's calm. Oh, I think that was Yasuoka. I don't know anymore. She might be sleeping. Mr. Yasuki. I caught a glimpse. What did you see? I try to keep my tone innocent. The mark. I saw it when we were putting the coat on her. Right there on her body. Oh. So we added another to our number. My heart dropped when I think about how I'll have to tell her the truth of what's happening. That doesn't mean I can avoid it. I'll have to tell her. The truth is always crystal clear. But using the excuse to hide it from her would be even crueler. I have a name, you know. Oh, is that the person who was sleeping originally? The mysterious woman seemed to sleep, but she suddenly speaks up. You were awake? Sorry, we didn't know your name. I am Madoka Hiro. I don't care what happens. All I want is to take a shower as soon as possible. Oh, interesting.
Good work out there, Mr. Yasuki. My name is Yasuoka. Huh? Who's this? Who's that lady?
Later. Hurry up. Hurry and get a bath ready. Interesting. We lay a pale-faced hero on the sofa and immediately start treating her wounds. What the? With her guiding us, we were able to give her proper first aid. There's a lot of swelling, but at least it seems none of the snakes were poisonous. Thank freaking gosh. I do not like snakes regardless if they're poisonous or not. Same thing with spiders. Ugh. After we finished, her face gradually regains its color. Oh, this is what she looks like. Not bad. Hiro emerges from upstairs wearing the clothing we found in the science lab. Interesting. Apparently they had been hers. Oh! Is she some sort of scientist person? But what is she doing at the elementary school for? That's my question. What was she doing there?
I almost died. Thanks for saving me, I guess.
Judging by the casual comment, it seems she recovered her composure. She's still pretty pale, but she doesn't look shaken up anymore. They only wanted to torment me, not eliminate me. Small mercies. Otherwise, I would have choked on poison or been snake's food by now. Spirits dragging the living into the depths of despair before eliminating them. That's what Mary had told me before. Thanks to that nefarious nature of theirs, she was able to be saved.
You sure you're feeling okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I bounced back fast. Who knows if that's true or if she's just putting up an act, but regardless, her emotional strength is impressive. So what are you doing? What were you doing in the school? That's what I'd like to know. I was chasing after a woman named Manabe Zukawa. I must have fainted. Zukawa? Manabe. When I woke up, I was there.
Zukawa. Could that be Miss Zu?
It kind of does seem similar. Miss Zu? Oh, yeah. I heard that was her nickname from when she was a teacher. Oh! So, why were you chasing... Hold up. My questions first. Who are you people? We give her the basic rundown of the situation. She listens quietly, but I can tell from her expression that she's not convinced. Well, everyone will not be convinced, especially now that you have no talking doll to help out, so... Yeah. I see, I understand. But believing you is something else. You said Zukawa might have become an inhuman monster. Save the talk for writing horror stories. Her face twitches briefly. I don't know if that was her or someone else. How is it that you know of this Miss Zukawa? Thank you, Yasuoka. She's a colleague from the lab. Not a lot of women work there, so we ended up talking together. Then the second I let down my guard... Sounds like Zukawa caused some trouble. She stole something important from me. Oh. Interesting. If that's the case. At first I had no idea where she disappeared to, but I searched her room in the dorm and learned where she'd holed up. Going off her recent credit purchases, she's been shopping in H City.
What? A spirit that goes shopping? People would have panicked if something like that appeared in a grocery store.
What? Don't tell me you're serious. Wait, I know you. You're Ai Kishiwaka from Love and Hero. You seemed idiotic on TV, so I guess that wasn't just an act. Okay, that's kind of over the top, girl.
Hey, that's really rude.
Suppose you're right and she's a monster. No way she'd go out in public. She's obviously used the phone. I even checked with the company. A woman's voice asked him to bring the goods to a designated area. Paid in advance with a blank transfer, so the company delivered as ordered. So, I guess we have a bit of more connection somehow, but I guess if that's why she was at the school, does that mean Zukawa is the Mizuer? Oh, and the delivery location happened to be a warehouse by H Elementary. Oh, Lord of mercy, why is it? And just where were those goods? Animals! No idea what connections she pulled, but they're from pet stores and ranches. What the freak? Why animals of all things? Unless that room that we were in had to be those animals. What the freak? Dogs, cats, pigs, snakes, horses. She even managed to get reindeer and ostriches. Whoa! Interesting. Like Margaret, too. Spared no expense. With the Miss Zoo name, maybe she was starting a zoo or something. What happened to those animals? She must not have noticed since she was in and out of consciousness at the time. But based on what we found in the room she was held in, I can hazard a guess. It's probably going to be that image again, so I'm apologizing for covering it up, but it's a bad image. Yep. Oh gosh, Lord of mercy, it's so terrifying. But now I can change back. It's just not a really good image. So I didn't get to read that, my apologies. She waited for, I guess, the person to come. At some point I fainted. Next I know she has nothing, and in the terrible position you found me in. I'm sure she was behind it. She basically was waiting for Zukawa to meet up or something in that warehouse that she was supposedly in before fainting for some reason.
So then, this is also when you got your mark?
Mark? Oh, you mean the scar? I still don't believe it. But even if Zukawa happened to be a spirit, then I didn't get it from her. I had it before I went to H City. Oh. Interesting. Different. What? So, where'd you get it? Chill. No need to get so upset. I suddenly had it when I woke up 9 days ago. What the world?
Did you go to any haunted places the day before?
Oh gosh, look at her face. Don't be ridiculous. Don't love me when an inappropriately dressed idol like you. Oh lord, she is upset. What in the world is happening with Hiro here? She is just not a... From how I'm looking at this situation, she doesn't seem like she wants to be compared to her or something, but a little bit over the top, I say, with Hiro. But that was kind of rude. She didn't even say that. The same goes for this scar. As if something like this could eliminate you or give you amnesia. Not that it's unscientific, it's absurd. Absolutely impossible. Oh. Looks like she's basically saying it's not proof that could be a possibility. Scientific people. She wants actual scientific proof or something. So I guess it's just one of those types of people she is. Oh well. She's yelling, but that doesn't hide how she's shaking like a leaf. Oh yeah, she's also very terrified. Sorry if you hear random background noises. I'm trying to maneuver stuff. She's clearly more frightened now than when she was talking about the snakes. Yeah, she had a fear of supernaturals too, just like Sho. Oh yeah. That's all I can tell you. You're going after Zukawa, right? I'll help you out.
Are you truly alright with that? You might die.
I don't plan on letting that happen, but if it does, so be it. I hate the idea that people can be happy by just being alive. I'm a scholar. Life is for satisfying my intellectual courage. Or curiosity. My courage. And for that I need to get that thing back from that thieving woman. So it's more important than your life. What in the world did she steal from you? Yeah. Seems she doesn't plan on answering that. But we got no reason to turn her down. We should accept her help.
Okay, Mr. Yashiki. Let's get back to H Elementary.
New info was added to the spear file. Strange colleague. Before I do anything else, save. Again, this was the weirdest thing ever. Lord of Mercy. So this is the person we just saved. So, strange call. We saved Hiro and returned to the mansion. Once she recovered, Hiro tells us about Zukawa. She claimed her colleague stole something important from her house before vanishing. She followed Zukawa to H City and eventually H Elementary, but after that her memory is vague. The next thing Hiro knows, she was in a dangerous situation. Still, Hiro's one to call Zukawa strange after following her and not contacting the police. Maybe her research work zapped all of her common sense. Hiro and Zukawa aren't too different in that way. Hiro is certainly determined in her search for Zukawa and Miss Zu, though she claims another spirit besides Miss Zu cursed her. Just how important is this stolen item? And then the piano. I guess let's see. Madoka Hiro, female, lab researcher, a major pharmaceutical company researcher. She believes in cool and collected logic and violently rejects anything supernatural. She doesn't have an artistic bone in her body, possibly because of her lineage, so naturally she... Okay, there's that face. She can't play any instruments, so she's not going to be helpful in the piano part. So, indicating... I guess I'm going to have to switch out... So, I know we're going to have I at some point, but... I'm gonna take, Hero first. She says it says she's in a loaf. I'm gonna have to probably prove to her first before, just to prove that this is something interesting, so.
私?
Her, the way she's like, 私? So I guess that's gonna have to be the main thing we do before. So I guess there's a lot more stuff to do soon, but before I continue, I think this gives me a good time for us to, I guess, take a break before I continue. So please, we're going to have a break, get some water, get some food or anything, stretch your legs, stand up and things, and we'll continue with, the investigation in a bit with Hero and all that, and also we might have a little talk about some of the stuff that's going on already. So I will see you guys after we have this break and stuff. I want to prevent the music from doing much like things, but oh well, it's how it is. Be right back after. But again, I'll see you guys after we're having our break. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My apologies on that-o. But I am back, and I'm now ready to continue. And I want to continue, but before I do, my lord. So, that was interesting, what I witnessed. It was just never... That scene was, from what I saw in the game, it was very, very, very bad. So I'm kind of glad I didn't show it. Because I don't think that would have been a good... what is it called? Imagery. I mean, the image is like the art is again very amazing. However, some of the I just feel like I just got concerned. That's all. And Lord of Mercy. I was not expecting what I expected to see in that classroom that was locked up. So very, very much a little bit of a shocking experience. But hold on before I continue, but I just sorry, I'm pouring in my drink a little bit. I had some leftover from stuff. But the whole thing was really crazy. I'm just curious as if this person that Hiro says might be Miss Zu, the one that we are, if I'm correct about this. If the Zukawa person that was the coworker of Hiro is the one that had become Miss Zu, what's with the animals, and what's with this weird obsession of this Asura stuff? Like, what is with that strange obsession with Asura? What does Asura, I don't know if it's like some sort of, with how the game was kind of implying it, with the Buddha and everything, what's with her, what's with this random obsession of being reborn, and this crazy obsession that she has, and then what's with the point of the testing us? Why is she testing why is she testing us for in those tests? Like with that science one, and then the one with the, I guess, language, but it says it's a science test or something. I have no idea anymore. But it was just some weird test. And what was the item that Hiro lost? Was it something important? And then the fact that she said she just got that mark 9 days ago is very, very interesting when she woke up. And that's indicating for some reason that she didn't even go anywhere for where a spirit would have been. And the only reason she was at that elementary school was to find Zukawa to get back whatever she wanted or something. So I'm just kind of thinking, what is going on? It's kind of confusing me now with all this stuff happening. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Because I'm still very much trying to understand what it is, but it's kind of like there's still so many questions that I need answered from. I'm very confused as to what some of those questions are, because I don't know what they are. With this, like, about the Miss Zu situation, we've only found some stuff, but not everything. So I'm trying to figure out what's the point of her testing us? What's the point of that? And what's the random Asura stuff going on? What's with the Asura? That's what I'm saying. The noises are the creepiest things. The way the intercom goes on and you hear this weird laughing, staring at us feeling. It's very creepy. Also, the room, I'm just gonna say this, that room that we went to save a hero from, it is awful. I don't want you guys to ever see that image again, and see that image at all. But we might have to go back into that. I don't know if we have to go back into that room again, because I don't think it's a good image at all. But also, yeah, it was very weird because it had, there's, with her, is she an animal person or something? Also, the lab stuff. Like, was she some sort of lab person that liked animals or something? And whatnot, she also became a teacher? It's so odd with what's going on about Zukawa possibly being this Miss Zoo spirit that we're investigating. So I'm kind of like confused. And also, what's with this strange obsession with Asura? Is my question. Why is she has this strange obsession with Asura that we keep seeing? Also, I didn't get to check her thingy on my over here. Let me check that real quick. Let's see. Her power is 7, intelligence 14, 9, 10. But if I let me go back to her thing. She can't play instruments, so it's obviously portraying to us that we are going to have to need eye for something, but it's just, that's later on, but I don't know when. Her intelligence is much more than us, but her spare power is just is the same as us, so oh lord. I am terrified of what's to happen, so I guess we're gonna have to go back to the school. And we gotta make, I guess we're gonna have to make Zukawa, I think we're gonna have to investigate more about this, so I guess we're gonna have to prove that this is some stuff to her before we switch to I. Oh gosh, I am terrified. Oh, I hate how creepy this and odd this is. We return to H Elementary once more. If Ro is to be believed, then what we saw in the classroom was Zukawa's doing. The missing teacher, Zukawa. There's no doubt that she had something to do with the birth of Miss Zu. Let's go. It's unlikely Zukawa is still hiding inside the building. Sounds like Hiro is determined not to recognize the existence of spirits. She is. Compared to, again, she's new. Compared to everything else, she just doesn't want to believe that they exist because she has no logic. There's no logic in her factor because, again, she's a research person. So, also, I'm surprised that if Zukawa did ordered animals, how is she able to get a freaking ostrich? Which was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. For some odd reason, which is super odd. Why is it... why an ostrich? What's the point of an ostrich? What's with the snakes? And a lot of other weird animals. So, it's weird to me. It's odd. That's all, in my opinion. To get rid of the mark, we have no choice. We haven't been able to thoroughly investigate the room where we save Hiro. I'm not going to be able to show you guys that room because it is awful bad. So I do apologize if every time I have to switch. I feel like this whole chapter, I've had to cover a lot of image stuff, but it's just, again, it's not all bad, but a few of them are, so yeah. We have to go back to that room. Probably best to start there. Let's go. Back here. I'm always saving because I just... Let's go. I think it was the right... So many of the flowers still there. It's just weird. So we're here. We climbed here. We're back up here. So we're gonna have to go forward again. I'm just terrified, that's all. And I'm always saving because I don't know what else I'm gonna find. I'm confused what would if all the spirits that I've seen so far in the imagery have very interesting images. Which classroom was it again? I don't think so. Is this one? Do I have to go back up one more, I think? Okay, I think this might be it. I'm covering if it is the right room. So I apologize for this, but let's... Yep. It is. It's so creepy. I hate this. Oh. Oh, Lord. Something straight on the floor looks fresh. Oh, God. Lord, please. That was creepy. Why animals? Oh Lord, that's so freaking... Fresh animal thingy on it doesn't look like anything in the dead. The animal's eyes are staring at the wall. It almost seems like it's alive. Lord of mercy. Let me see. Try feeling around inside the desk. Feel something that could be paper. It's a scrap of paper. Open it and see several sentences. Seems like someone failed to destroy this. Fragment G. Ugh. I'm glad I'm just covering this. Oh, this feels like if this would be very disgusting to look through in. This is the third fragment. I spread them out and stare at them. Question mark. Stuff? I read the dots. I can read the sentences in each piece, but I don't know how they fit together. Switch them up and look at them again. And then... By the specific frequency of sound waves... Specific frequency of sound waves, huh? The end of fragment I and start of fragment G seem to connect and form a sentence. I might be able to read the fragments if I line them up. A portion of a memo. We something able to find source of this creature in ill 1 to 5 then. What the frick? Animal. It's just so weird that this is so weird. Ugh. It's just so odd how a lot of these things are. I guess we have. Is there anything with them? Oh gosh, I have to feel for these. It's gross, but this be a great place to hide things. Get myself before putting one hand on the head and the other on somewhere else. I'm not gonna say it. Who knew an animal head would be this heavy? It's like, is it like a taxidermy one to me? Because there's like taxidermy in my mind is what I'm thinking of. It's like lifting a bucket of water. Ugh. Ugh. After much struggling, I tip the head on its side. There's a cream-colored plastic object. Oh, why is it there? And the esophagus. What is that? I pulled it out, and I find a transcender megaphone? Why do we have a megaphone? Why was there a megaphone there? Creepy. What in the heck? Megaphones are used a lot for school events and gatherings, so that's not surprising. But what the heck does it got to do with doing with an animal's whatever? What was there a need to hide it? Why was it in the okay? It was in the neck of the animal. Why does we need to hide this there? Sakawa did bring countless animals here. Her bizarre, insane passion is obvious in this room. Mr. Yashiki, are you alright? I realize that I'm just standing there holding a megaphone that's drenched in yellow liquid. Ew. Yeah, sorry. Everything has a meaning. If that's true, then this must be really important. Ugh. Gross. Liquid is dripping from the mysterious thingy hanging from the ceiling. Animals, I guess, like I don't know if it's taxidermy ones or whatever, but hanged up on the wall. Usually I can't distinguish animal expressions. And all the things, they look like they are in pain. Oh lord, that's even worse. So let's get out of here. Hopefully. It's a mess. I'm getting out of that room. Why? Oh. I guess this is the... okay. Oh lord, that was terrifying. Let me get out of there first. Found some interesting things, and it was not a good image, and I don't think it was nice. I guess let me... again, there's a desk. I'm gonna have to do a test before I do that. That's creepy. We have another test, I believe. Let me see. There's a pencil and problem sheet on the desk. Take a glance at the problem sheet. See numbers and mathematical symbols. It seems to be a math test. Oh lord, I'm not great at math. I am not a math genius. I sometimes struggle with math. I am that right side of the brain. But it looks like we gotta still do it if I have to... If any... oh my lord, I hate having to do these, but... I have to start the test. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper because there's more than one, so... begin the test. It's another leper die! Question 1. An ostrich can run from the first floor of the school to the second floor in 3 seconds. What? If the school had 5 floors, how long would it take for it to get from the first to the 5th? Oh lord. 12 then? Okay. My math. I have to math this. Math. I hate math sometimes. Again, this is just me. Ostriches are extremely fast. They can run 60 miles per hour. How many seconds would it take them to reach a human... What? 30 meters away. I mean, they're faster than humans, so... Would it be like 2 seconds, maybe? An ostrich kick is very strong. Without an airbag, a human would... Oh, they would die? What the frick is that? What's that question about? Caution when observing an ostrich strong. Bring an airbag? This is so weird. Their specialty is taking a long running start. Why am I thinking, for some reason, this question is so weird. I was thinking for some reason that if they're saying ostriches, why does this remind me of a kangaroo instead? Because kangaroos also use kicking as well, so... But probably, again, but ostriches are taller. How do they kick? And they're also, I don't know. If an ostrich's speed is halved, how strong would their kick be? Lord of mercy. 4th then? I'm trying to math it. I'm trying to just do the math in my... Trying to math it, but I'm not usually good at math. But I guess I did well this time around for mathing. That's survived. Nice. It seemed we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet. You disobeyed teacher, you get a special test. Advance to the animal classroom. Is that the room we just finished checking in again? Okay. Got answer sheet. Animal classroom. It's not... That's not... That room drenched in blood, is it? Sounds like it. I'm slightly worried about the special part. I hope it's not some weird test. But that's probably exactly what it'll be. Really don't want to do that one again. Get out and do that again. I need to make sure before I go in. Sorry if I keep... Oh crud, no. No. I have to make sure this is the right place. Yep. Oh lord. Oh lord, I hate this room. I apologize again. So terrifying. We have to be in this. I saved. There's a pencil and problem sheet on the desk. You get the questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. It Looks like some kind of foreign language. Can't make heads or tails of it. I have no idea what kind of test it is. That's weird how we have... Guess I have no choice but to do the test. I pick up a pencil and turn over the paper. But... Freiji? What the frick? The entire question is written in a foreign language. And I don't understand any of it what any of it means. Just then Hero mumbles next to me. Frage 1. Huh? It's in German. Can you read it? I took it in college, so I know a little bit. Okay, that's helpful. So that's why we brought her. That's helpful. So, because it's German stuff, she knows somewhat of it. So, I'm glad. Oh, Lord. Begin the test. Oh no, it's starting. It's been a while, but I'll try to read it. You write down the answers. Again, thank you. Now I'm also going to be learning some stuff from this. Because it's another live or die, because that's what it is. Live or die. Multiple choice social studies. So this is a social studies test. Question 1. Please answer the following. During the Pacific War, Japan mainline was... Oh, it's talking about the shelter. I guess there was a shelter. Shelter was built in HC. I guess this is the story. Choose the correct period of when the war took place out of the options below. Oh Lord. Showa? Just... Safe. I'm glad Hero is here, because that's helpful. She is helpful in the situation. Japan conducted a surprise. Oh, it's bringing up... Oh, I know this. This is history. Some of my history in the U.S. Pearl Harbor stuff. Interesting. Yeah, in the U.S. Which phrase out of the one below did the FDR use to describe the attack? Oh my. It's been a while since I remember this. A day that will live in infamy. This is the last one. It's really short. Whoops. 1945, when the war ended, which country was allied with Japan? Oh! Because if this is in German, wouldn't it be Germany? Germany, because if it's all in German, then it's gotta be Germany. Interesting. Interesting thing to see some old, some historical things in there. Cool, and nice thing. Cause that was very interesting for me. I was like, I got to see some interesting heroic, like, even if it's true, a lot of the stuff that they brought in was just classic stuff from history. It was very interesting. Interesting. We managed to get through it somehow. At the end of the answer sheet. There is a test in the last empty room. Go take it immediately. Okay then. Got an answer sheet. standard test questions. Not particularly elementary level, though. I just want to say thanks. No way would I finish that by myself. It was no big deal. There's one more test. Yeah, in the last empty classroom, apparently. Okay, let's go then. I guess before I kind of go there might I want to go switch out something though with I might have to go back and get I maybe for this real quick, because I don't know if this test will be useful. Because I don't think I can use hero and all this. Oh. I meant that, because I don't... There we go. So I'm gonna go get her first. Because it might be a mute because I feel like she might be a use for something. Darn it, I keep doing that. I want to get out. How do I... There we go. Yes. So I'm thinking... let me get you.
Okay.
Let me grab you, I... So she has some use, so I believe I'm going to do that. I need to find that classroom again. The last empty classroom is what they said. Again, I'm still creeped out by this darn place. Is it? This one? Okay. Yeah, I think this might be it. Because I'm worried about... Okay. Oh, did I forget to switch? My bad. That whole test was, I forget to switch. It was quick, so I just switched to I, so she, and I also you didn't need to see me struggle to go back. My bad. So I just got I and everything. My apologies for that. So that we can get this one test done. There's a pencil and problem sheet on the desk. That's why I went to get I, because I don't know if this last test was... Peek at the questions, take a glance at the problem sheet. I see what looks like music staffs. I guess this is a music test. Yep, that's why I'm glad I grabbed I. So that's why I kind of went back to get her, so I apologize for that. So yeah. Oh no, it wasn't. I just totally forgot. The bad scene was already over. I just forgot to change back afterwards. But you didn't need to see me go back to the mansion to grab I, because I think I needed her more than the other ones. I got to do the test. Give him the test. It's another live or die. So I apologize. Multiple choice music questions. Let the great Asura the following questions. What the? Again, what's with this Asura? Why does this person want something to do? Animals can be controlled with frequencies. The experiment was a success. Question 1 is about snakes. Oh gosh, now I'm worried about what's gonna be really. Snakes. What sounds are snakes scared of? Please, great Asura, from the following. They aren't? I don't know if they are scared of sounds. They aren't, maybe, in my mind? I mean, snakes aren't typically scared of music sounds and stuff, so that's weird. Second one is about pigs. What sound are pigs scared of? Please, great Asura, from the following. What is a giant fish song? Weird. Why? Question 3, seals. Dangerous tools are sealed. Which one is not sealed? Please, great Asura. What's with this great Asura thing? Harmonica? Piano has stuff that could be sealed or whatever. Interesting. Weird. You passed. Survived. Oh lord, what did she mean by we passed? That was weird. God, answer sheet. Pass. Did you just say we passed?
Yeah, that's what I heard. What did we pass?
We finished every test and passed. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's hurry with our investigation. I have a feeling something is about to happen. New info was added to the spirit file passing the tests. We also need to go back into that other room to see if there's anything in the... Okay. Before I kind of, let's see, go back to that one room with the mannequin thingy, whatever, passing the test. We finish the test and find the, yeah, that's that, the pitiful guard, yeah, but we passed all the tests and obtained 5 answer sheets. I'm sure we can use those horrible smelling papers somehow. The snakes in the hall reacted to the red notebook and it smelled similar. Are there any other places with snake nests? These papers smell even stronger, so they should have an effect. Okay. That's why. I think, hopefully, am I going the right way? Don't remember. Yeah. It is, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Because we need to go and see if there's anything with that creepy mannequin. And whatnot. Yep. Oh, this creepy mannequin thing. I have to do the answer sheets, maybe... Let me just do the answer sheets. Let me see if I can do anything, because this is real creepy as frick, and I love it, but also hate it. I take out all the answer sheets I have and hold them close to the model. And... Snakehead spoke out from the model and suddenly slithered to the floor.
Eek.
Are they dangerous? I quickly wad up the answer sheets and throw them through the window to the next room. Snake chase after them. Okay. Soon there are none left inside the model.
What a surprise!
I stick my hand in the model and feel around. Find a paper box and a key. Got matches, music room key. Lost all the answer sheets. Mark burns scarlet. Gone, half an hour left until death closes in. Has that much time passed already? I usually call out to them.
Oh, right, it's almost time to perform. It's okay, I'm on standby.
It's starting. Lord of mercy. We need to hurry and find any clues left. The info is added to the spare file. Human anatomy model. Let's see what this has to say. The answer sheet led us to the key to the music room hidden in the anatomy model. Now we can get in, but the sheet music concerns me. Maybe I should bring someone who's good at music. The mark warns the time is short, so if I'm going to the mansion, it has to be now. We finished all the tests, so Misu could strike at any moment. We need to be careful. I already have I already with us, so... I need to figure out where to go. Do I need to go back to the... I need to go back to some other room. I need to go back... I need to probably go downwards, maybe? Oops, actually. Because I gotta go downwards somewhere, right? Where the... Crud, I keep doing that. Oh, never mind. Weird. Went down the stairs. We can go downstairs. Whoops. We went down the stairs. Now this. I'm trying to think what room would it be because it's talk. Because there's supposed to be a room. Because the fire, yeah. Because the wall near the window burned, there must have been a fire. Yep. Open the door. Might be here, maybe. The way the school is laid out, we should be right under the science storage room. That reminds me. There was a strange tag attached to the formalin containers. I'm pretty sure it said Great Asura, because I remember that. Because it said down. Does that mean the Great Asura's below? And that tag would be referring to this room. Take a look thoroughly around the room. There aren't any other suspicious spots here besides the trap door to the underground room. Save real quick. It's a wall with nothing on it. By all appearances, it looks normal. Let me feel. I tap around on the wall. I don't know why, but I've seen people on shows do it, and I think that's how you check walls. Huh? Weird. Eye stares at me blankly. It's not super obvious, but the center portion of the wall seems paler than the rest. If only I had enough skill to be able to tell if it was hollow or not by the sound. Thickness just kind of feels different to me. What should I do? Do I have to use... Hold on, before I do that... Hold on, let me... I'm gonna save before I do that. It's always me wanting to save. I think I might use maybe the hammer? Maybe the hammer might have something in there. I take out the hammer. Put the flashlight down and grip it with both hands. This could call attention to me. But this is where Hanahiko was. I don't think another spirit would come here. I'll try once. Take it down in one swing. Gather my courage and swing the hammer against the wall with all my might. And a large hole larger than I expected opens up. I anxiously wait to see if I drew spirits close. Luckily, it doesn't seem like anything's coming. That went a lot better than I thought it would. I laughs uneasily. It's creepy how she laughs uneasily. It's a hole. Let me see, is there anything in the hole I can... Hesitantly, I stick my hand inside. Something cold closed around my fingers. Seems like I stirred up whatever is nesting in there. If I don't deal with that first, I won't be able to check out the hole. So I don't think the red notebook's gonna do anything. Trying to think. Maybe I need a light in there or something? Maybe take out a pour its liquid inside the hole. Shadow inside the hole flares about for a while, but then it goes back to normal. And then do I use the match? Because we have matches, right? Matches. Maybe take out the matches and light one and throw it in to the hole. Earlier blue flames shoot out of the hole. Lord have mercy, what the frick? Snakes wither around, then vacate the hole in masses. They spear into the cracks in the walls and beyond the doorway. After the wave of snakes vanishes, I find something on the floor. It must have been carried out of the nest when the snakes fled. Got eyes and Asura talisman? What the frick? But it looked like the snakes brought the talisman on purpose when they fled the hole. Like they were scared of it burning in the fire? Huh? That's weird. So, does this have something to do with Miss Zhu because she was obsessed with Asura? Were they trying to protect it from the flames? It must be something really important then. Weird. Let me look at that. That's weird. Let's see. An old Shinto charm found hidden in the storage room wall. Eyes and Asura is embroidered on the back inside the paper. With an abstract human on it. Huh. Huh. I guess now we gotta go back. We gotta go back. We gotta go out. Because I think we need to go to the music room now. Back upstairs. Gotta go to the music room. Lord of mercy, I'm terrified of everything. Trying to remember which door it was. Oh, there it is. Found it, yeah. Used the music room. Open the door. Lord of mercy. There's... I'm just terrified. Let me see. This place probably used to be full of desks, but now it only holds a single piano. It's an old piano. Let me look at it. The keys are still intact. It's probably out of tune, but it's definitely playable. Check the music stand. There's a piece of sheet music on it. Got sheet music cart streamer. Huh. I'm just terrified of everything. Whew. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. I'm worried about where I go now. I mean, we have eye. I'm just terrified of what to do once I finish looking here, maybe. I'm just terrified of what to do. Trying to think what of my items are going to use if I have to interact with this. But I'm trying to still think, what's with the point of the tests and all that stuff, and why did she mean by we passed? I'm trying to think what else is there, but I guess I have no choice but to get out of here. Oh lord. Oh no. Oh lord. Not this sound. Not this creepy sound again. Oh gosh. He stepped into the hall and the loudspeaker crackles. Good. Do you have brains? What? I'll use those wonderful brains now. What? As ingredients and dissect you. Oh. 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 That's what that meant. Is that why she tested us? She wanted to see if we're smart. What? Did she just say she'll dissect us for ingredients? She'll use our wonderful brains as ingredients? dissect us, then that means... That's why she had to take those tests. Okay. She wanted to see if we were worthy of the ingredients. Setting up tests to select her prey. That's what Miss Zhu was trying to do. I guess that lines up with the bloodstain rune that there was in, yeah, the image of my own something joining them. My mind is more easily than I'd like. The info was added. Not the footsteps. That's so creepy. That is real creepy. I need to figure out where to go now.
Sorry, the road's crowded.
Oh, she's already going crazy. Ah, get a hold of yourself. I shake eyes. She seems to be dreaming. Where do we gotta go next? Where do we have to... Where do we gotta go? Marcus died of crimson. Sunrise, a few minutes left until death closes in. Oh gosh, is it an elephant? Something's rushing up the western staircase with amazing speed. Fred. Oh lord. Okay, if that's... Hold on. Trying to figure out what room we're gonna have to be in for this scene, for fighting this spirit, because I'm worried. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with Fred. I doubt we'll be able to escape. In that case, our only option is to... we'll ambush her. We'll hide so we can get the advantage. Grab Ai's hand and run down the hall. Fourth spirit. Which classroom should we hide in? I go to the music room. We run into the music room. Looks like I'm going against the spirit. What in the world is that? That is so weird. What in the world? Oh lord. Why are we... That's so terrifying in the classic lockers. What the heck? Oh. Oh! She is still there. What the heck is this? Miss Sue smiles and leaps forward from the second she sees us coming out of the locker. Oh, what? She's some sort of weird chimera creature. That is interesting. Interesting. She's coming closer on her ostrich legs. It's like she could jump at us at any moment. Interesting. Hold on, let me read this before I do anything. Footsteps closing. Closer in the spirits. Footsteps chase after us. She's like she knows where we are. It's impossible to escape. So this time I decided to choose where to face her. I'm not sure was the right choice. Like come what may, I need to use the tools and information I found to face the spirit. And to do that, if our opponent is a mixture of beasts, then we need some sort of shield to protect us from our claws and fangs. Then we need items effective against animals. Heat, light, sound. Snakes react to heat and mute. Sometimes used to control animals. I also heard that loud noises at close range can be deadly. There must be a way to be careful. Oh lord. Oh lord. She is so creepy. Oh lord. I'm trying to think, what do I do? So we have to do something about the animal stuff. Yeah, snakes don't fear anything, so... That's not Twinkle Star. I'm trying to think. I know we're gonna have to use I for the music. The clear bottle. Clear bottle. I'm betting we're gonna use the Carp Streamer song instead for the, if I'm right about this, instead of Twinkle. Oh lord, I think we gotta use all the items that we have to do something with the animal stuff. So... So we have that. So do I need this charm? Do I need to do this maybe? Let me try it. Yeah. Wasn't effective. Okay, I need to also give it that. Player's daggers, I mean, Screamer Mouth's ripped in blood. Mizzou dashes and performs a jump kick. It wasn't effective. Hold up the garbage bag in front of us and endure the fierce kick. Oh, the airbag situation by cushioning the blow. Oh! That's what. Her arms snake hiss. So that's what. Okay. Guess. And then where do I still have the matches? Oops. Maybe this would work. Yeah, scatter liquid and yeah, we need to ignite it. Take out her snake arm because it's the snakes are terrified of the flames. Okay, the snakes are confused by the massive flames and are able to aim. Yeah, oh lord. Why are you so... Oh, that is really terrifying. That's terrifying. Guess I'll use the hastage and then maybe... I's gotta play the music. Do that. Slashes the hatchet. Snake wraps around my arm and I swing and I stop. I attack. This is what I gotta do with, I guess with, I. That's why I's here. I look for something to play the song. Mizzou is struck in place. We can get to the piano now. Yes, that's why the piano was there, because I has to get there. I's fingers dance over the keys. There we go. Mizzou stiffens as if she's paralyzed, because I think her head is like somewhat of a pig animal, because it's like the animal. Mizzou is weakened. Need to figure out what I gotta give her. I guess we gotta hold the charm, maybe. Maybe the match. Maybe this. Let's see what this is. Try to ignite the eyes charm with the match. Great Asura. Mizzou shrieks when she sees the charm go up in flames. She clings on to me, scrambling to get it back from me. Pressed together by sweat sweltering as it mixes with her bodily fluids. Gross. As her eyes in time to scan her grace axe, Mizzou hands and scattered into the air. Oh, what is going on? Her eyes pinned me in place with her tense fury. What the heck happened? How dare you? How dare you, great Asura? Snakes on Mizu's arms raise their head and slowly strike at their prey. But their fangs sink into... What the? Mizu's... Oh, it's attacking herself! What? Why? Snakes are feasting on the places where she touches. Where she touches my skin. Is it because of my human smell? Devour. Oh, they're attacking her body. Oh gosh, only parts of her that is human. Why is she happy about that? That's weird. What? Weird. Weird. What the fuck? Weird. It just went after itself. After consuming their host, the snake's arms detached and fall to the ground. Wriggling their half torn... They're half there. They vanish into the darkness. Oh, the freak! I don't sense Mizu anymore. That's weird.
Did we do it?
Eyes back to normal. Her mark is probably gone. Mine's still there! What the freak? But as expected, mine is still there. So there's still spirits in the city? Thoughts. The look on my face is probably obvious. I looks at me apologetically. I've gotten used to it. And I'm just glad you and Yasuoka are safe now.
Mr. Yashiki.
Anyway, I wonder what this is. There's a folded paper on the ground where Mizu vanished. I opened it and find it's an old map. What? Shining the flashlight on it, the first words that I can see is army. Okay. Oh, does this have something to do with the war? Is that what's gonna end up happening? Something that had to do with the war back then? What?
Is this what Miss Hiro said was stolen from her?
It could be. I put the map in my bag. Then we finally bid farewell to the music room and its feast and perfumed smell. Lord, please. What eye are you doing?
Oh, wait a second.
What is it?
I want to bring that sheet music.
What sheet music? I'm concerned. Please, nothing bad.
Remind her of my music beating evil. You know, this would make a great inspiration for a new song.
Oh, Lord. I kinda don't want to linger here. I don't know, I didn't see what it is. Yeah, I'll just be 2 secs, I've messed up. Hey. I dashes back inside the music room before I can say anything in reply. Jeez. She totally does whatever she wants. Christy was the same way? Is that what happens when you become famous? No, I'm being unfair. What the freak kind of scream is that? Oh, is she okay?
What happened? Mr. Yashiki!
Oh lord, what the? I burst out of the room and clings to me. What happened?
A snake! It fell from the ceiling, hit my shoulder, and sat down my back.
Oh gosh, that's... I would not like that. She's nearly in tears.
Get it off me!
Okay. I feel around her back as she hangs on me. Ugh, I hate snakes. There's nothing there.
Huh?
Nothing's there. You can let go already. When you grab my neck, it's hard to...
Oh. Sorry. But I was telling the truth. I definitely felt something.
Interesting. Maybe it fell off when you were running? So, did you grab the music, the sheet music?
Oh, yeah, that's all done.
We finally witnessed her madness come to an end.
I'm sorry to make you wait. Mari, Asuka, and Miss Hiro are expecting us, so let's head back.
Finally, we can get out of this creepy school. We'll leave the school, climb into the car, and head to the mansion. Alright. We completed that.
Hey, y'all. We're back.
There we go.
Oh, welcome back. I believe I must thank you. My mark has indeed vanished.
I still have mine, though.
I mean, not that I believe that it's going to kill me or anything. It doesn't bother me at all.
I think it does. She talks tough, but the whole time she's clenching her teeth. More important... Oh, we're wrong person.
More importantly, Mr. Yashiki, did Zukawa have anything on her?
You mean this? So that ghost person was Zukawa, but as for whatever reason turned into a spirit and became Miss Zu, who was, I guess, trying to apparently get I'm trying to get this right. So did Zukawa somehow get in somehow, I don't know what, because we're missing some stuff. How did Zukawa find out about this Asura thing? Because if she's the one that, because the way she kind of acted about the talisman and how she became Miss Zu, and then all of her crazy tests and stuff and testing us, does it have something to do with, I guess, what she got from Hiro? Because she said, remember Hiro said she got something stolen from her by Zukawa? That, I guess, somehow it became an obsession for her, which led to what became of her as the spirit, and then her defeat at our own self or something because of all the stuff we did. So it was like some sort of random madness. Was she doing that all for the Asura? I'm confused. Pull the old map out of my, but I don't know, we'll see when we get more information from this. I pulled the old map out of my bag.
Yes, that's it. It's an important family heirloom.
Oh, interesting. Hiro snatches the map out of my hand without even so much as a thank you.
Oh? I guess you deserve a reward. Have this instead.
She takes a purple notebook from her coat. The color's different, but the design matches the red notebook we found in the shelter. Oh.
It's Zukawa's diary. It was in her room. It looked like she was still sane when she wrote it in it.
I take the notebook from her.
It seems Miss Zu is interested in the map of yours, Miss Hiro. Could you tell us more about it?
No. It's basically just a treasure map. Well, now I want to know even more.
We should have taken a look at earlier.
Interesting. The clock begins to chime. It's almost dawn. Everyone should go get some sleep. Yeah, that's what You can use any room on the second floor.
Thank you. That would be lovely.
Also, I and Yasuoka, you must leave the mansion tomorrow. There's no need for you to stay here now that your mark is gone. Her face.
Oh dear. Are you telling me to leave you and Miss Hiro here by yourselves? Please don't joke. Sayap specifically requested my assistance.
Oh? I'm grateful, really. But those who have escaped the mark should return to their normal lives. That's the dying wish of Sayakujo, and Mary as well. It's always Mary.
But...
Yasuoka, I'd like you to help out on another way. I'm sure you know other people in this supernatural phenomenon field. Can you research the mark with your knowledge and connections? An investigation like that is beyond me. I know practically zero about spirits. Yeah, this is the only thing I can think of. Yep. If Mary was still here, it'd be different, but... Yeah, I understand she's like, I understand her concern being that she's like, we still have our mark and there's a possibility we don't know when we'll still be alive and stuff. So, like our main protagonist and hero. And I understand she wants to help us so badly, but with her already we got her mark done, but also the fact that, if I remember from Mashita in the second chapter, who got a mark again and was rescued, I don't think we want to take that risk again. But there's probably a way that she can help us in some order, being that she's some sort of fortune teller and has a lot of knowledge on the spirits and stuff, so... which could be very helpful in a way. Yasuko stares at me silently. Stare right back into her eyes, not turning away.
Fine. I'll leave the legwork to the young. I'll do what I can to help.
And we appreciate that, yes. I think she doing work outside of the mansion and finding information is very helpful, so that would be good for her.
Besides, if I stay behind, I'm sure Miss I would want to as well.
I'm counting on you.
Of course, I won't let you down.
Her voice and posture exclude confidence and reliability. I'm sure it's a good part of why she's so successful as a fortune teller.
However, I shall rest for today. These old bones are exhausted. Good night.
Interesting.
Mr. Yashiki, are you sure he'll be okay without me and Madame Yasuoka?
Yeah, I've survived this long already. I'll manage somehow. Unease is bubbling up within me, but I push it down and force a smile. I can't let her worry about me.
Okay, then I'll trust you. But you better promise me. When your mark is gone, you'll come to one of my concerts, promise?
How about the VIP? That would be interesting. Okay, I'll pass. How about a VIP? That would be funny. I want the VIP. Why not?
Of course. I'll get you a front row seat for sure.
That would be fun because we're friends. I consider her a friend despite... She's kind of... I mean, she's really cute. I even liked her outfit and everything, so yeah. She's very useful too. And all that stuff.
Okay, I'm heading up. Good night, Mr. Yashiki.
Oh gosh. Jeez. So you're saying I have to stay? Not that I care. I thought you didn't believe in the Mark's curse because it's unscientific. Of course there's no way in heck I'd believe something like that. But... it's also true that I haven't found solid proof to deny it either. And Miss Yasuoka and Miss Eismark really did end up and disappear. So I have decided to stay here and see how this plays out. That's all. It's the truth. I can see she's desperately trying to hide that she's terrified of the supernatural. Well, I owe you for saving me, so I'll tell you a bit about it. It could be related to the mark somehow too. Are you talking about the map? That's what I'm wanting to know. Because the map said something about army, so I'm kind of curious as to what it has to say about that, so yeah. So I'm kind of very interested in that. It's of an underground shelter in H City. Isn't that what we found at one point already in the manhole area? The only way Zukawa found that shelter was because of this map. I'm not sure why she'd be eager for an old map of facilities that have to be 50 years old. That's a secret. It's just that it's possible that whatever turned Zukawa into a monster is down there in that shelter. Oh. What do you mean? I've already told you that I have no intention of giving you any details. I'm tired too, so I'm going to bed. Hi, I guess. Hiro makes her way upstairs to the rooms. The end of our last conversation swirls around in my head. The shelter, army, Zukawa transforming, and the deja vu I felt down in the shelter. What does it all mean? It's no use. My brain is so tired that the words are just repeating nonsense over and over. I can't get my thoughts in order. I may as well go to bed for today. New info was added to Sprit file. The road to madness. Is that Miss Tsukawa? Go to the next chapter with talk. Okay, because, before I do that, let me... So I guess... Let me see if that has anything to do with Miss Zoo, because we just finished that. But if I'm betting it's gonna show those weird animals again, probably in the imagery, so I apologize for showing it, but I'm still gonna read the thing. Yes, it did. The Road to Madness. I looked through the diary Hiro found in Tsukawa's room. It holds her thoughts from her human days and offers a glimpse into the events that led up to her transformation. It starts with a recollection of her childhood. She repeatedly asked her parents and teachers why she was human. Soon her peers shunned her. Oh. Tsukawa was exceedingly intelligent but hated people. On the other hand, she loved animals, gathering many and keeping them hidden while she cared for them in an abandoned house. To her surprise, she eventually fell in love with someone, but when she confessed, he said he didn't like people who reek of animals. That night, the abandoned house burned in a fire. What the freak? That was weird. The diary never mentioned the cause of the fire, but I remember something about a fire in... Oh, right, Tsukawa's red notebook, the school science lab, her paradise, her beloved animals also burned down in a fire? That's a weird I'm trying to see what that's... That's weird, too. Coincidence. The diary moves past her youth to her time as a researcher after she left the school. That's when she and Hiro worked at the same place. Here's an image that's fun. I can show what it has Hiro. An encounter with madness. I hate people, she wrote that every day. The hatred solidified when she met MH. MH is probably Hiro. She pretended to get along with her colleagues, but the diary lays out her overwhelming hatred of people, especially Hiro. The only interest she took in Hiro's biology research work that the human experiments to enhance human ability and strength. Ah, okay. That... Interesting. I think the image is going to show those weird images of what we found at that with the preserved stuff, so I'm going to hide again. Sorry, I would love to keep the images. Anyway, Seeking Madness. There's just images is creepy. She desired to what the word? Darn it, So basically, I guess she didn't like being a human, is what it's saying in her life. She hated being human. So, that's weird. She desired to corroborate every questionable human experiment, even saying she would be a test subject herself. Ah, weird. There's no mention of where she learned all this information, but there are some familiar scribbles at the end of the diary. Army, manhole, underground shelter, MH map, Asura. I bet MH map is the one Tsukawa stole from Hiro of the shelter. And then this is a good image I can actually show. So, on the onset of madness, the woman in white with a Buddha statue, Tsukawa going in and out of the shelter. Something in there must have turned her into Ms. Zu. Eyes and Asura. It must connect to the statue somehow. The diary ends with these words: the previous world war. With the Buddha's wisdom, I no longer be an abhorrent human, body and soul. Barriers broken. Open the door to a new world. So that... I guess that must be why that she must have became what she is, because she ended up becoming interested in, I guess, Hiro's... So, I guess from what it is, from how all this is, like, indicating, Tsukawa hated being human. She got betrayed by a loved one that didn't like that she liked animals. apparently, and reeked of them in their mind. I guess it made her upset about that, and I guess something led to them getting something burned her paradise, I guess, or something along that line. She eventually got interested in what the helping out with, like, I guess some sort of like trying to enhance human like intelligence or something, I don't know, or strength or whatever. So she became interested and got interested in what Hero's, I guess, map, because there might be something that could lead there, and that might have something to do with the if that's what I can think of. I'm trying to think if this is correct entirely. She got very once she got interested, I guess somehow when she went into this army, if I'm correct, it's got to be if that thing that says army on it, it's an underground army thing, and she got interested in it, went there, and something in there must have made her got obsessed with Asura, leading her to become Miss Zoo, and her in the statues, because she kept going in and out of the thing, which would make sense, I guess. Again, I'm still not sure. There's still some stuff that are missing, so we'll see. So, interesting. I guess, but that ends that chapter, I guess. Time to go here. Mary isn't here anymore. Should I rest for today? Guess rest. Decide to rest for now. Chapter Miss Zoo end. Learn the insane history of Miss Zoo. She was insane. Alright. It's been nearly a day since we found Mary. Oh yeah, still Mary is here like a boat adrift in the ocean without a compass to guide us. Who knows where the currents will take us? Will we find salvation at the end? So I guess I'll probably ask you guys in a bit about what you guys thought of that chapter about the whole Zukawa thing in a bit, and the Miss Zoo and whatnot, so hold on. And then there's a possibility we might get to an end area soon. Hey, Mr. Yashiki. Looks like we wasted a whole day. Is it going to be like this every day? If you're done checking in here, why don't take a look outside? Mary said unnecessary contact with outside could speed up the Mark's curse. And if I lose any more of my memories, I'm not sure I'll be able to function. For the past 10 days, the only other person I've spoken to is the convenience store clerk. That explains why we only had TV dinners and snack foods to eat. Oh, understandable there. But sitting and waiting isn't going to accomplish anything. I'd rather not wind up forgetting my own name like you. Yeah, I think out of all, we're the only ones, our main protagonist character has the worst of the amnesia, whatever is going on that the Mark has done to us. So, I understand her saying she doesn't want to end up like us, so. Not that I completely believe that this cursed thing is real. Dang, she is too much. She raises her voice to hide how it shakes. She still stubbornly sticks to her denial of the existence of Spirit and the Mark. But I know she's already accepted it. After all, she went through it herself last night. Ghosts and curses don't exist. Why does this have to happen to me? Again, similar to Show, she's giving me the vibes of, What is it? Darn it, Spirit Hunter and G is in my head. She's kind of reminding me of... Darn it, his name is in my head. What is his name again? Oh my lord, I just said it about Sho last time. The Mafia guy. Amanome, but completely different. Compared to Sho, like... Again, she's kind of terrified of spirits. Like Amanome is in The Curse, but she just doesn't want to believe it and everything, so... Understandable. On that part. Sorry, I was like... My brain was brain farting on the name, but... I understand that she's kind of terrified about everything. Why'd this happen to me? Door? I didn't have to do that. Thank you. Hero startled at the sudden knock. Somebody? A visitor in the middle of the night? I don't need Mary to know it's a mark bearer. Mark bearer? Sorry to impose on you so late. Hello? A tall, thin man walks in. His skin is as white as a sheet and dark circles nearly swallow his eyes. It's almost like a dead person stands before us. Okay, that didn't need to go that far. It looks like he's a doctor. You're Yashiki and Hiro, right? I heard about you and the mark from Yasuoka before I came here. Something about Mizu, too. Sounds like you had a rough night. He seems to know about he seems to know Yasuoka. Another person we get a date with us? Maybe she's following through on her promise and sent him to help. Well, let's get introductions done. I'm Shuji Daimon. Daimon! Okay, Shuji Daimon. That's him. I think you can guess my occupation. Wearing this thing means I don't have to explain. Thank goodness. He gestures to the stethoscope around his neck. Yeah, that's a doctor. He's some sort of doctor person. What kind of business brings a doctor like you here? Daimon's eyes flicker over at the suspicion in Hiro's tone. No need to be so defensive. I have the cursed scar, same as you, the mark. He unbuttoned his shirt to reveal a familiar mark on the left side of his chest. That just suddenly appeared one day. Though, to be honest, I never thought it happened to me. Maybe it's punishment for being stupidly curious about it. Curious? Did you know about the mark before Yasuoka told you about it? Yeah, that's right. There are mention of a strange scar in my grandpa's records as a military physician. Oh, this is where the army's gonna start coming in. Oh no! Does this have to be does this have to be, if he says the scar in his grandpa's records, does this have to be a family thing now as well? What the freak? I did some personal research. A military physician record would mean that they'd be from the Second World War. More than 50 years ago. But that doesn't add up. Rumors of the mark only started about a month ago now. If it was mentioned in those records, the rumor would be much older. There's a reason for that. Patients with the symptoms were kept in a secret army laboratory. As after the war, all top-secret documents related to the lab were burned. Except the clinical records I found. What the frick? A secret lab, huh? It's kind of hard to believe. Dr. Daimon, you don't mean to say the mark was used as some sort of biological weapon? Oh lord, what the freak is she insinuating? Every country has at least one or two soldiers who were divinely possessed. People only called on God when they were in trouble. It was the end of the war, and they were backed in a corner. How unscientific. Don't you think so, too, Mr. Yashiki? I don't know if we can't deny it's possible. I'm gonna say about that we can't deny it's possible.
What? Are you serious?
I can see why Yasuoka gave you her stamp of approval. The way you consider every possibility is indeed admirable. That open-mindedness must allow you to face the supernaturals.
And that's how we've, I guess, survived so long.
However, it's hard to picture the mark being used as a weapon. It seems the 13th Army Engineer Lab was developing something. It was called the Cannon Soldier.
Cannon Soldier, what?
Cannon Soldier.
That makes me think of the... What? I don't know how to pronounce this. I apologize if I mess it up. Something cannon. 50 years ago in the Buddhist statues. Can't be.
Dr. Daimon, where's that lab? Unfortunately, I have no idea. Sorry. The documents my grandfather kept don't give any details about it.
I meant documents, not old.
I see.
Hero?
Hey, Mr. Yashiki. That 13 Army Engineering Lab. It's the shelter Zukawa went to.
She pulled out her old map.
I wanted to keep it secret, but as I'd rather not die from this mark, I'll tell you. This shows the entrance to the 13th Army Engineering Lab.
Whoa, are you serious?
Oh gosh, coughing. In his excitement, he starts coughing.
My apologies. Where did you get that, Hiro?
My grandfather passed away 6 months ago. We were sorting his belongings. Isn't the idea of a secret lab just fascinating? So I thought I looked into it.
And then Ms. Zukawa stole it.
I accidentally let it slip to her. She loved strange experiments like that, so it probably stuck with her. I thought as much, though. Whatever turned her into a monster is down in that secret lab.
I was about to say, that might be,
That's a pretty unscientific line of reasoning.
Using the occult to turn yourself into a monster is utter nonsense. But if there is a scientific method behind it, I'll have to consider it.
I suppose that's just how she is. Well, I guess that makes a lot of more sense about why Zukawa became what she is and all this stuff. Interesting as well, so... it makes a lot of sense.
Was your grandfather involved with the lab in some way, Hiro?
He could have been. All I know is he was an engineer with the rank of captain.
That's still involved regardless.
Wait, hold on. You're both grandchildren of people involved with the engineering lab. And now you both have the mark.
I knew it is gotta... Oh, I had a feeling, I had a little guess that it's gonna end up being a generational thing. The reason why they have the mark is because it's a generation thing because they're grandchildren. Oh no! I had a feeling that's what it was. Sorry if I talked too fast there, but I had a feeling because I mentioned something similar of it, but I was right. So that might be why these two have finally just got their marks. So...
yes, that would be correct. That and our lab coats are probably all Hiro and I have in common.
From what we understand, people with the mark appeared in the secret lab 50 years ago. There might be something there that'll help us find the truth behind the curse. But also the origin of the Cannon Soldier? Oh, looks like we got the Cannon Soldier next! A name that reminds me of a statue. The traces of Miss Zhu in the shelter. Might all be connected to the Buddha, statues that were stolen from each shrine.
Dr. Daimon gave us a lot of info. We'll have to thank Yasuoka for introducing him to us.
The fates are indeed mysterious. Dr. Daimon, will you help us? Yes, of course. Just don't expect anything physical.
Okay, he can't do a lot of physical stuff. So I'm betting, so if we're gonna have to end up switching him out at some point because he can't do a lot of physical stuff. If this is gonna have to do this, if it's like excuse me, I'm messing up. If it's the same situation as what the Mizzou one where we had to switch out him for, like, for example, with the other one, for certain things, we might have to switch him out for somebody more physical. So we'll have to see. If that's the case. So, I mean, he did say, I mean, he's probably very ill and I'm concerned for him, but anyways. But,
Are you sick? You don't look so well. Yes, something like that. I don't practice what I preach.
his dry laugh sounds like he's deflecting. He's abnormally thin for a man his age. It's possible that he's gravely ill.
So we're heading to the shelter? About that.
We are stopped from going further by a locked door. Oh yeah, I forgot it was the locked door. That strange old man was there too. I doubt he'll cooperate with us though. It'll be difficult to break in from there.
Where'd you enter the shelter?
A manhole on K Miyachi North Road.
I see.
She brings her map out. She opens the map and studies it.
You're right, an entrance is there. But there seems to be one other...
There seems to be another one. Oh, is there two?
It's at No South Alley.
Have you tried going there?
No, not yet. Then let's go there.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Hopefully we can get in.
New info was added to Sprit Farm. Rumor of the cannon soldier. Okay. First, I guess let me read about the cannon soldier. See what we got. Because if this is where might lead us some more information, probably about like Mary, probably about the rabbit or something, or probably about a lot about the mark too, because we're also trying to figure out who gave us this mark and stuff. So before I read the characters, I'm going to read the spirit file just in case. Rumors of the cannon soldier. Yasuko sent a new mark bearer daimon to the mansion. He talks about a mysterious being called the cannon soldier. He learned about from clinical records during World War II. Those documents also mention a scar similar to the mark. Everyone who had it worked in a specific army research facility. They were developing the cannon soldier there at the end of the war. I don't really know what the cannon soldier is, but if everyone involved in the research got the mark, then I can't help but think they were trying to make a spirit into a weapon. Weird. But why would Daimon, grandson of a researcher, and Hiro, granddaughter of a lab engineer, suddenly get the mark now? Did the soldier's curse spread to the descendants or something? That's what I'm thinking might have happened. And then there's the 13th Army Engineering Lab. Hiro agrees to tell us more about it. Her old map is of that lab. The same underground shelter we broke into earlier. The key to Zukawa's transformation and the stolen statue is likely there. So we'll have to go back again. The map shows another entrance on No South Alley. Let's try looking around there this time. Okay. So I guess we got Tsuji Daimon. Hold on. Safely returned. I like seeing this. Safely returned. Good. So I guess Tsuji Daimon. Let's see what this guy's about. Full name Shuji Daimon, male, doctor. Decided to become a doctor because of his army physician grandfather. He currently works at a clinic in H City. His reputation suffers due to his dry bedside manner, but he's very skilled. Rumors says his health is failing too. Yeah. Interesting. Do we have... Who's our partner? Okay, Hiro's our partner at the moment. Interesting. I guess while I'm at this... So... while I'm right here before I kind of switch partners and probably get to a good end, so we can just investigate the cannon soldier on the next stream. For next time, because I have to set up, I think, stream for tomorrow, which is an art stream. I believe, is it tomorrow? Let me make sure. Is it tomorrow? Because today's Thursday, if I'm right about this. But I have to set up for stream for another time, because, let me make sure if I'm right. Yes, 4:30 tomorrow. I'm having an art stream, just a chill out drawing art stream. So I'm just making sure of stuff before I get to a good end. But so I guess, I mean, from how it seems like, I was kind of sort of like, when the reason what I was kind of indicating, okay, let me rephrase and try to retract myself. So I kind of guessed right that the reason Hero and, I guess, the new person, Daimon, got their marks is because it's a family thing. It has something to do with their family, because in connection to both of them, their grandfathers worked somehow in the army. One of them a physician, the other one is I guess some sort of engineer person. So they must have had something or known something or anything regarding to the mark in their past time during the war, 50 years ago. And possibly also something about the cannon soldier. So since they lived or something. Well, actually, though, Hiro's grandfather just passed away, but leading them to get the mark. My question is, how did that mark started when they said the mark just started a month ago? Because I feel like there's somebody or something starting to do something with the mark that led to it starting up a month ago and people starting to get these marks on them. Even the generational people like Hiro and Daimon. So, and the fact that it's indicating that there's a possibility that the army was trying to use spirits as a way to be like some sort of weapon in the army for their cause seems very interesting, because if that's really the case, why would they want to why do they think why would it be a good idea to turn a spirit into a freaking weapon in an army is my thing. Because why would that even be why did that need to be a thing? Why do they need to do that? What's the point of that? Because I'm still kind of confused, because if that's the case, something else is probably in charge of what's happening and why the cannon soldier became a thing, and leading to, I guess, the strange obsession / creepiness that changed Zukawa to become Miss Zu with all of her weird testing of, I guess, not only, I guess, her weird testing on people, but her weird obsession about Asura, like the weird madness she went through, and why she also with that weird transformation she went through as well. So that's got to be some sort of connection there, and I'm just curious as to if that's really the case. I don't know how that's gonna work out I don't know how that's gonna work, but it's very interesting. What do you guys think? Like, what do you guys think about that? Especially, what do you guys think about how the Zukawa thing? I should have talked about that after I read the chapter, after the other stuff about Zukawa, but I forgot to ask. What's your thoughts about that whole weird Zukawa thing about her hating being a human situation and all that? Because that is interesting. And other than also, what's your theories on, like, the cannon soldier? And does it have, because it feels like it probably has something to do with the Buddhas as well. And why the Buddha statues we found didn't have, like, you know, when we found the thing and what happened to them 50 years ago or something. And probably why Zukawa was doing her stuff, too. Because there's a connection. This mark has some sort of connection. So, And it's also letting not only those people to get marks, but also spirits to start giving the mark as well. So giving them powers to bestow this strange mark as well. In my opinion, but I don't know. Because it might lead us to some information on Mary, in my opinion. Because Mary has always been very mysterious ever since we've seen her and all that, and then the fact that she's gone, it might give us some more intel into what's going on with Mary as well. So, again, like, it looked like it was a shark. I think because it kind of looked like it was supposed to be a pig, but the bottom of it looked like a shark. Because it's so weird. Like, it had the ostrich leg, it had the snake arm. But was that supposed to be a shark head or a pig head? It looked so weird. It looked off. And weird. I was like, what the freak am I staring at? I was like, is that the spirit? Why is that the spirit's appearance? Now, compared to the other spirits, now I didn't show you guys Hanayome, but it looked off weird. It was cartoony, but the head was kind of, I didn't want to show that one spirit, but at all, because it just looked odd, and I don't think, it was just weird, but that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. There's a possibility Mary was created sometime during the war. As well. Because because I feel like she's either the bad guy or something else. Because, again, I don't know for sure. Yes, she may have been helpful, but the reason she might have been helpful and stuff might be a disguise for her own thing, maybe. Also, I'm curious what the freak is the Cannon Soldier. The name is interesting, but what exactly is the Cannon Soldier, to be honest? Like, is it some sort of being? Some sort of deity? Some sort of god? Or what? And also, if it's a spirit, if the Cannon Soldier is spirit, my question is, why would the army want to use that as a freaking weapon in the, you make it into a weapon for war or something? I don't know. It's weird. It's just very, very weird, in my opinion. But it's just, I'm also curious as to why the mark, I'm still also like, it might also give the information why the mark just started popping up months ago, from what the game is telling as well, so. But it's just, it's so interesting. It's just very interesting with how everything is kind of, well, not everything. Some of the stuff are into, some of the pieces and some of the ghosts or spirits are connected to some sort of thing, in a way, because every single one has some sort of connection to either one specific place or something else. So I'm kind of noticing that situation. Like, Hanahiko and Miss Zu both had the same school, and somehow had some kind of connection to it, but in their own way. I think Shimio and Hanayome both also were spirits that had that were connected in a way with the forest, but again with two different situations. So it's kind of interesting to see how all these connections, and now if the Cannon Soldier is connected somehow to some things, this will be very, very interesting as well to find out in the end. So anything else you guys found out or are interested in, to like anything else you found interesting or weird or all other stuff? And all sorts of other things, because like any of the other theories and stuff. I'm also curious about what the rabbit has involved. About the black rabbit. What's the point of the black rabbit? Like, why is the rabbit also important? Because it feels like the rabbit might be important as well. Involved or some sort of thing. Because that gives me more, like... Is there something more to the rabbit that we've not found? Or it is important, but we are still trying to look on about it, so... I'm just noticing so many different... I'm still enjoying this game, because I love all the stuff that's happening. And all that... That's weird! I think the reason is because... Remember how it said she didn't like being human? That's probably why. Because it said in her diary she hated, like, why was she human? Remember she said she didn't know why she was, like... She was mentioning about the human part. That's probably why she was, like... That's why it was, like, for some reason she was... I don't know. That. For some reason. Weird. It was weird, too. It was. In general. And the fact that she was going to turn us into ingredients for dissecting was also creepy and weird. But for Zukawa, but, again, that's her madness. It was the madness. So... again, very off-putting. It was just weird. It's just weird. Trying to think. Aren't you guys all, like, what is your thoughts on the black rabbit, too? Because I mentioned this earlier. What is your guys' thoughts on that black rabbit that, keeps helping us, that we can't help us now, similar to Mary? Because, I think the black rabbit, if I remember correctly, I think Mary said there was, like, a soul in that black rabbit, but what soul is it? And what's important about that black rabbit, as well? For it to, be connected to this, whole situation. Again, I'm gonna end soon. In a bit. I will probably, before I end, I'm gonna pick a partner, save again, and, we'll investigate the other underground place, if it's another entrance to that underground place, if we can't get to that one, in that one area we've experienced, that we explored, might be, I guess, the case. So it's very, very, again, it's very interesting. With all that we've found out so far. Also, are any of you also, as I'm also asking, are any of you guys enjoying the story as well? Like, are you enjoying the cool different investigations of each of the spirits and learning their grudge and saving them? Because there's a lot of, what is it? There's a lot of the spirits are good. Really? Interesting. Another spirit from the creature family. True. That might be. We'll have to figure that. We'll have to see. We'll see. 'Cause I don't know. But that is an interesting theory about the Black Rabbit, because both of the Black Rabbit and Mary are gone. For some reason. And there's gotta be a reason for why. But we'll eventually find it after, I guess, investigating the cannon soldier, as well, so. But still, very interesting. No, but did you guys enjoy, are any of you guys, like, enjoying the spirit, like, all the different spirits and stuff? Enjoyed the stream? Sorry, I'm just asking a question before I finally get going. I would typically go to the chat screen, but I think I'm going to, I guess, quickly pick my partner for this. I think I'm going to go Daimon for this. Check out his stats and stuff, and then end stream to set up for tomorrow and stuff like that. Yep, it's literally Spirit Hunter NG. So it's very much fun. Oh, he just coughs. He just coughs when you select him. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm enjoying that too with the spirits connection and everything. Now, I think I've noticed a little bit different with Spirit Hunter and G and the connections of the spirits is like we have two spirits are connected into one specific area or two, which is very much interesting. Like the zoo, as I mentioned, the Moose Zoo and Hanahiko are connected to I think the elementary school, and I think the forest connects Hanayome and Shimio is very interesting. But I know that also somehow there's a possibility the cannon soldier and the army stuff will connect somewhere, but we'll figure that out sooner or later. But yeah, I agree, I am enjoying that, and I'm hoping you're enjoying the stream, but let's see, Diamond. What do you have? Power 4. Yeah, I guess you're not gonna be. If we have to do something with, like, more strength, I don't think we're gonna be able to do much with you. Intelligence 12. Okay, at least a little bit more intelligence than I guess we do. I mean, he is a doctor. Spirit Power 5, Dexterity 15. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting on that. I'm gonna save. This is gonna be like, and then I guess get out of there. Well, every time I hate the sound of the clock. Where is my ending scene? And then I'll exit so that I can have it be ready for another time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and as well as excited for tomorrow's stream, as well as get excited for when we finally finish actually Deathmark and maybe also continuing more Danganronpa. So that'll be very fun. Yes, good night to all of you. Get some sleep. At least please, if you haven't had dinner, eat some dinner and stuff like that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.